What's up, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to TD Phins Talk. Sorry, guys, I know I've been away for 2 days, haven't felt my very best, but I am here, guys. This is TD Phins Talk. I'm going live in just a second, so y'all tune in. I'll be with y'all in about 30 seconds, man. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to TD Phins Talk again. I'm back live with everybody. Hey, guys, we got a great show lined up for y'all today. Hopefully this is very interactive. I got some good subjects that I want to talk about. I'm just getting over a little cold. It has been 30 degrees in Dallas. I'm in and out of it, trying to stay vitamin C'd up. Just long nights, but haven't had the energy really. Plus, working on some big things that's coming up in the future that's going to make our channel that much better, y'all. Let me see. I'm not even on the live chat. TD, what's good, my brother? What up, College Man 954? I'm going to wait about 30 seconds for a few more people to roll in. But what's been going on, y'all? What have y'all been wondering about out there about Dolphin World, man? What's up, RV? Cruising? Bro, you got a straight page, Cuzzo305, stand up. Oh, I appreciate that, Willie. Thanks for being here, man. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, guys. Chad O'Shea, he's on the roster today, man. He's on the docket. We're gonna talk about him, man. Hey guys, today's show, let me get y'all the lineup starting out. Y'all already know we always go left. I mean, it might be y'all left. I don't know. But y'all know we always go left and we keep going. But on the lineup today, we got Chad O'Shea. We got K.Murray talk. We got, because TD, I'm going to give you my real thoughts about K.Murray. And then I want to do a short, I don't know if it's going to be short, but I want to do a segment about Stephen Ross, all right? And that's going to be a good one. I'm going to save that for last, man. Let me put that last. That's going to be a good one. All right, so first and foremost, y'all, what's up, Jose Cruz? Chad O'Shea Fire, 305 for life. Shout out to you, Pete. What you been up to, man? I'm mad John got that extension. Leave me alone. Hey, Pete, we didn't need John anyway, man. I hope I don't lose my voice. I could tell it's on the verge. What's good, TD? Checking in from work. El Burgess, I'm here, man. I'm gonna have a great conversation. I heard Greer looking at linemen. He looking at everybody, man. He looking at everybody, y'all. If I don't bring the crazy energy out today, y'all, just trust me. I'm battling, man. I am battling physically right now, but I will be better, man. Trying to work out regardless of feeling this way and everything. So it's been tough. I agree. Hope you get better. Appreciate you, Pete. I hope we don't get Murray. We're going to talk about it. We don't need Harbaugh. Exactly. ITD Phins. What up, Tommy? All right, guys, let's dive in, all right? New coach, all right? There's been reports, nothing's been confirmed, just like Flores hasn't been confirmed, only because they're not allowed to because he's still in the Super Bowl. We already know this, right? But there's been reports that the Miami Dolphins look to bring in, as the new offensive coordinator, Chad O'Shea, okay? Some of you all may not know much about Chad O'Shea. Chad O'Shea has I wouldn't say illustrious career in football, like he's been here, been there, done this, accomplished that. I can't say that, okay? But what I can tell you about Chad O'Shea, he coached quite a bit on a lower level of football, okay? He coached at Houston, I think Mississippi State. And from there, I think he got his first break with the Chiefs. I think I got some information on him. One moment. All right, yeah, he got his first break with the Chiefs back in 2003, y'all. He started out as a volunteer assistant. So I guess it is logical. If you want to get in the NFL and you got the time, you can follow your dreams. You can become a coach. And hey, that's something on the back of my head, guys. But He came in as a volunteer. It's hard enough to get in, so he did what he had to do. He volunteered. He was a volunteer. Matter of fact, he was a volunteer assistant. Not getting paid. I just want to come be an assistant. Please let me. All right, come on board. In Kansas City. From there, he was actually promoted the very next year as an assistant special teams coach. So they gave him that shot. Go hang out. You've been doing good. We want to keep you around. Go hang out with the special teams. You know, assist the special teams coach. Okay, whatever y'all need me to do. I like that, all right? So then he gets an opportunity in Minnesota. Now it's time for me to move around. I've gotten my foot in the door in the NFL. I'm going to Minnesota in 2006, 2 years later, and I'm going to be an offensive assistant. So I have the offense, but I'm the assistant. I'm not a special team assistant, this and that. I'm on the offense, and I am an assistant coach, all right? Meaning pretty much I don't have a specific position, but I'm working with every coach. What do you need on the offense? Okay, so I'm seeing every position. Then in 2007, offensive assistant and wide receiver coach. There you have it. We have somebody who is just moving up slowly but surely, making their way on the scene, guys. And I love individuals who start their careers this way. I love individuals who start their careers this way, man, because it shows that you came in with no expectations, willing to sacrifice it all and say, I'm going after this. I'll be a volunteer assistant. Slowly but surely, you haven't seen any stagnation of, okay, he was here for 3 or more years. No, it's been 1 or 2 years at every level moving on. So they're liking what they see. So when he goes to Minnesota, he's the offensive assistant. To me, that's his first big break. You know why? He's moving within the NFL now. He's actually moving on, all right? So the very next year, after being an offensive assistant, they made him an offensive assistant again and the wide receivers coach. Now we want you to still assist the whole offense, but we want you to focus on the wide receivers now. Let's see if you can move results. Let's see what you can do, okay? So this guy is up in Minnesota moving results, helping the entire offense, but we're going to give you more responsibility to see if you can handle actually being an official coach. So we want to give you offensive assistant and wide receiver coach. Obviously, he did well in 2007 for Minnesota because they brought him back again and kept him in the same role, but added an additional responsibility. And what I'm seeing so far from this guy is growth, growth, growth. And that's what you want to look for, okay? You got people like me who feel like they can coach great, but at the end of the day, if you don't know me, who is this guy? What is this bum we just bought in? So he would remind me of somebody like me if I took that path. I'll come in at the bottom because I know the work I'm going to put in and what I'm going to prove to get to the top. And I like that. So, bam, you have him now, offensive assistant. I still work with the whole offense. Wide receiver coach, I got a specific role, and I'm going to go back on special teams and be an assistant special teams coach. Now, remember, I was a special teams volunteer assistant. Now I'm the assistant special teams coach. I got my coach, all right? So here I am on 3 different assignments, and that was with Minnesota. Now, come on, y'all. We talking about a guy who started in Kansas City, went to Minnesota, and looking at his career go up and up and up, and all of a sudden, what I like to call his big break, he gets the opportunity to go to the New England Patriots in 2009. In 2009, he goes to the New England Patriots and hasn't left since. I don't need to remind anyone on this chat what the Patriots have accomplished since 2009. Before that, I know. But remember, they went through a gap in the law. But I don't need to remind anyone what they have accomplished between now. 2009 and now. And he's been in the same position with New England, a wide receivers coach. A wide receivers coach. Now, the one reservation that I do have is this. You've been a wide receiver coach now for 9 years in New England. 9 years wide receiver coach in New England. If you're, I would imagine, based off of the Patriots culture, you must be a good coach, but you've been a wide receiver coach for 9 years for the Patriots. Why haven't they Now you're the wide receiver coach and the, running back coach or something like that. Diversify, right? Why haven't 9 years wide receiver coach? Why haven't you gotten a bigger role in 9 years? Now, mind you, NFL can be tough when you get to that level. See, all the low-end level, if you're struggling down there, you're probably never going to make it up to being a positional coach. If you're struggling at the assistant position, you're never going to make it up to be a position coach. So you become a position coach. I don't know if he struggled or not because he's been in the same position for 9 years. That's my only reservation. What's happened in those 9 years? But the part that makes me say, should I actually overlook that? For the simple fact that it's been the New England Patriots. I know we always talk about Tom Brady, Tom Brady, Tom Brady. Did you see he passed for this? Did you see he threw this many touchdowns that year? Did you see Tom Brady, Tom Brady, Tom Brady? And to be quite honest with you, it is technically unfair to any receiver Tom Brady plays with. Because some of these receivers, we have always given the indication of they're not good. Look what he's working with without good receivers. But I think it might just be time to take a little credit away from Tom Brady. And that's not saying much. Like if he was rated on a scale of 0 to 100 and Brady's a 99, taking away a little bit of credit will put him at a 98.5 anyway. So I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea of what I'm saying there. But do you know a lot of receivers that played for Brady, and of course not all of them, but a lot of receivers that played for Brady have been automatically given a stamp. Since they have never been like the biggest names, they have automatically been given a stamp that says you are no better than mediocre. Because the narrative around Tom Brady is it's him and he doesn't need elite receivers. But I also caution people at the simple fact that the receivers that Tom Brady have, he will never have receivers who you get 1,000 a year, you get 1,000, because the offense isn't predicated on a go-to guy. I mean, I know they relied heavily on the tight ends for a few years, but the offense has never been predicated on having a go-to guy, 1,200 yards this year, 20 touchdowns, anything like that. Their offense has been predicated on you're going to be great here in New England. You're going to get X amount of catches a year. It probably won't be anything over 700 yards at max, but listen, you're going to win Super Bowls. And I'm starting to think some of these players can go to other teams and be more successful as possible go-to guys. But we automatically label them, no, they'll never be go-to guys because they haven't been in New England for so long. I turned on ESPN this morning, and I think they're starting to come around in their senses as well. Now the argument is Edelman better than people are giving him credit for being? And let's be honest, this conversation should have happened about tons of receivers for a long time now. But we've always said Brady, Brady, Brady. But we conveniently ignore the simple fact that it's not just a quarterback throwing a perfect pass, but it's also a receiver catching that pass. And Brady has actually had successful, consistent, reliable receivers. We just always give them a lower rep because they're no names. They are no names. So I look at that with Chad O'Shea and say, you have been able to consistently, long-term, take average players and make them reliable, borderline good, great at what they do. consistent, mentally sound, smart. You have actually created that no matter what mix of receivers Tom Brady has gotten. Have you noticed it always changes up? He hasn't had a consistent group more than like 2 years. It's always, then they got this guy, then they got that guy. And at the end of the day, this has been through the same man's era, Chad O'Shea. And all that makes me do is think about the Miami Dolphins. And I say, man, we got a lot of talent that nobody's calling a superstar. A lot of people are saying they can be great. But if you know anything about football and what's about to happen to the Miami Dolphins, then you'll understand the culture that's on its way in here. You would understand the culture that is on its way. One moment, y'all. Yes, you would understand the culture that's on its way into Miami. That culture is no longer, I'm going after the best player. I'm going after the biggest name. It's going to be, we are going to coach players that many view as mediocre and make them reliable, borderline good, great, consistent, sound, smart, understand the game of football, and love the game of football and want to win. That's what we're about to create here in Miami. So I love this pickup to bring in Chad O'Shea because Flores has his specialty in defense, but I think he's going to sit back and make sure that he's watching O'Shea, giving him the necessary feedback, run the team, run your offense, and watching whatever defensive coordinator we officially have and do the same thing. But input a lot on defense. But he got his boy right next to him, if you ask me, offensive coordinator. Offensive coordinator. You have to build a team, not collect players. I agree. I agree. Wait and see. Don't be so optimistic. Say optimistic. But I know what you're saying. Of course we're going to wait to see. Of course. This guy can come in and bring none of those intangibles. And then I will be able to say that's why he was the wide receiver coach for 9 years in New England and didn't move up from there. That's why. Because he's not, what we thought the picture that was painted isn't what it is. That's why. But I reserve to say that for the simple reason is what? His promotion means he would be promoted to offensive coordinator for the Patriots, but that's not realistic because we have somebody who's been holding that down for a while. You see what I mean? So they're not going to boot out McDaniels or anything just to bring O'Shea up because Daniels obviously is doing his job in developing O'Shea. So at the end of the day, this, I like it. I am going to optimistically, don't be so optimistic. You know what? Now I'm thinking about what you just said. Wait and see. Don't be so optimistic. I can be as optimistic as I want. Matter of fact, I love optimism. You should try it. You should try it. It's actually healthy. And sometimes it can even help you, help it come true. All right? But anyway, I'm optimistic about this guy. I'm thinking in my mind, he was in New England for 9 years. That's only because there was no move up. And other teams didn't want to take the chance for the simple reason everybody's been in the mindset of Brady. They're not giving other people credit as well. So I think Flores knows. I think Flores automatically knows. Flores is like, go ahead and bring him in. That's who I want my offensive coordinator to be. We didn't talk, though, because I can't talk to y'all until it's all over. But, hey, go ahead and bring him in. That's why it's rumored that he's the favorite to get the offensive coordinator position. Flores knows. Flores is like, I know who work here. I know who work here in the Patriots organization. Matter of fact, to be quite honest with you, I can tell you now, Belichick is probably like, I'm not worried. I just got to make sure we develop their predecessors the right way, and we're going to keep on rolling. But I can tell you now, I can guarantee the Patriots are looking at this. And the Patriots are probably, because one thing I know the Patriots won't do, because this was kind of what was happening to Belichick in his young coaching career. The manipulation of getting promoted. You know, with him and Bill Parcells, how it was supposed to be his team, but Bill stayed, and then go look at the story. Bill was supposed to run the team, but Parcells decided to stay. Then they both were the head coach, and then it was a power struggle. It was different things that was happening between Parcells and Belichick. So I know the Patriots are doing the right thing these days because they're a proud organization now. Winning makes you proud, by the way. They're a proud organization now. So they're making phone calls. Yes, he's an excellent guy. They're not going to be like it was in the past with the Parcells on Belichick, especially since Belichick hated it. So Belichick, I know he's doing the right thing. He's a great pickup. And telling the truth, this is what he brings to the table, X, Y, and Z. It's going to be tough competing with you guys, but good luck. I already know. That's what Belichick is doing. And it's the truth. It's no more of that Belichick and them saying, no, we want to keep these guys. Let's make them look bad. Flores got his shot. Flores know what's good in that organization. Flores know the culture of the organization. You think Flores just gonna pick one of the coaches that's his friend? That's mediocre? No. This is Flores' future. This is Flores' chance to be on the big stage. People don't think I'm going to succeed in Miami. This is my chance. Why would I come here and be like, oh, let me bring in my Patriots buddies, this and that? No, this is me. We break all those ties. Nobody worry about all that friendship stuff. I am a head coach. I'll be darned if I'm not going to do this as best as I can. If I'm not going to do this right. And that's his character. Trust me, I done did enough research on Flores. That's his character. Stand-up guy. Stand-up guy about his business. Ain't in offices sniffing nothing. None of all that. He about his business. He coming in to take care of business. For him to bring O'Shea, he know what O'Shea brings to the table. For me, he got all the credit he needs. You bringing in O'Shea? I see what you're doing. I see exactly what you're doing. People that already doubt you, they going to talk about everything you do anyway. They can be like, why we bring in O'Shea? It's better offensive coordinators out there, this and that. Yeah, because you know them by their name because they done been places. But nobody talk about the guys that's sitting right there on dynasties, on dynasty rosters, dynasties in the coaching staff that nobody's looking at. Well, look at the last coaches that came from New England. They're not doing so great. Everybody ain't gonna do great. Another thing, let's keep it 100. Everybody ain't doing great, but everybody don't go in great situations either. Sometimes you gotta turn a full culture around. You know how many teams' culture is so far from what the Patriots' culture is? The Patriots we done figured out how to win. We know how to sustain it. And now we're next level future type stuff. In practice, we're working on, it's not an option for the quarterback. It's an option for the receivers. Linemen have options. If he does this, I'm going to do this to help that because we're on next level stuff. Next level stuff. Next level stuff, man. Did you see Good Morning Football the other day? Isaac Bruce mentioned Patriots cheating the first Super Bowl. Listen, thank you for bringing that up because that was on my mind last night too that I wanted to bring up. I don't want y'all to get mad at me. I don't want to chastise y'all. But hey, man, I'm going to keep it 100 for a second. I keep it on 100 usually anyway, but this is special emphasis 100. And if those who don't know what keeping it 100 is, you can finna get my true raw feelings, the truth, okay? We hate the Patriots. We hate them. But just because you hate somebody don't mean they ain't right. Don't mean that they're not right. At the end of the day, they cheated. But did they cheat all 5 of them Super Bowls? We hate them so much, some of us would be like, yeah. I mean, cheating or not cheating, they've still been successful. They've still been successful. I kind of almost don't even care about the things they cheated with. To me personally, it's almost like none of it should matter anyway if the opposing team is executing. They cheated, but next thing you know, if they win this Super Bowl, people gonna bring out some kind of scandal where you know they kind of cheated in this game. I mean, this season too. How? 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 At the end of the day, they're successful. We hate them so much that we won't even give them props. And you don't have to give them props, but at the end of the day, if you see a winning formula, what's the word? Your pride is too, and it's a better word, but I can't find it. Your pride, you're so prideful that you'll take the losing path in so many different ways trying to get to the winning path when you actually see the playbook for winning right in front of you. But since it belongs to someone you hate, I don't care. I mean, think about it. Everybody tries to go the winning path. Russell Wilson kind of ushered that in, if you ask me. The Cam Newtons, all of them ushered it in. It ushered it in. Mobile quarterbacks, that's what we need. So what did half the freaking NFL do? Shifted the mobile quarterback. Is half the NFL not a mobile quarterback now? And they missed the fact that they go off of Cam Newton, Super Bowl appearance and stuff. Russell Wilson, Super Bowl. It's the age of the mobile quarterbacks. But go look at it. Mobile quarterbacks have brought some success and excitement to the league. But go look at it over the last 20 years. How many mobile quarterbacks won the Super Bowl? 3? Maybe? But since those start winning 5 and 6 years, 7 years ago, all these teams, forget what the Patriots doing. I just don't think we'll be able to do that when it's all coaching. But forget what they're doing. It's mobile quarterback time. And we're going to talk about K.Murray, but we ain't on him yet. We still on this O'Shea thing. But I'm so nervous, man. I ain't going to lie to y'all. We can disagree. Some of y'all ain't got to agree with what I'm saying. But the logic in my head and the conclusions that I come up with, now I'm so nervous. I'm just keeping 100. I am nervous. I am nervous. I don't want K.Murray. We're going to talk about why when I get to him. But I'm nervous because the playbook on how to win, K.Murray ain't in it. And who am I to say what a talent is and isn't going to be? Just somebody who studies history of the game. And there's always someone who ushers in a new era. But statistics tell me that's not likely until it happens. So yes, I do reserve some space for I could be totally wrong. And this could be the best thing that ever happens to our organization and the NFL. I could be totally wrong. But based off of based off of history, even immediate history, and a good enough sample size now for the league going mobile quarterback crazy over the last 10 years, a good enough sample size now that it's not the answer, never has been the answer, and when it was the answer, it was a one-hit wonder answer. Not like their production dropped off, but having an overall team like that and sustaining it, all of them have been one-hit wonders. It's not sustainable. The player hasn't been a one-hit wonder, but once they come off their rookie contract, you got to pay them a lot more. You can't pay the things that was around them. And they look like some of the average, mediocre, and some of them make it to be still really good, but not when they don't look how they did when they won it. Because it's a false flag. It's not what you can get to sustain long term. People underestimate rookie deals, especially for quarterbacks. They have one great skill set, and the people who got bit the most were those who were mobile. They had one great skill set. And for 4 years, they maximized that skill set, and teams were sold on the fact that we have our future. Pay them. They paid them buku money. Some got as high as 28, 30 million a year. Whatever. And people want to ignore the 30 million. When you go from giving somebody 4 million, 5 million, 6 million, 7 million, all the way to almost $30 million, people act like, hey, they deserve it, but they do not understand football in the aspect of a salary cap. They don't understand I'm paying my quarterback 30 million now. That is 26 million I didn't have last year. Let me look at my roster. Somebody get rid of 26 million. Do you know where that usually comes from? It usually comes from they try to mask it by, instead of getting rid of 8 small players, which will be detrimentally hurtful to the team, they try to mask it by saying, hey, I know we got 5 offensive linemen, good offensive linemen, because we've been playing K.Murray little and been able to pay them all this time. Now get rid of one of them. One of them's gone, not to mention 2 other ones getting old. And all right, that's 10 million we saved right there. Look at the defensive tackle now. Get rid of that one. You get rid of that one. One of them's getting old that you keep. Now you still got to go get rid of one more player, but everybody else's salaries are small, a lot of guaranteed money. But hey, we got 3 good receivers. 2 really good ones and 1 good one. Let's go ahead and get rid of one of the really good ones. And you get rid of one of the really good ones. And now you're ready to roll. And people are justifying it. Yeah, I'm glad we got rid of that good receiver, you know. We had to pay Mahomes, plus, you know, we can go find somebody else. Well, I'm glad we got rid of that lineman. I mean, he was good because, people also ignore this type of stuff. You have, think about teams that have a successful season. The Dolphins have had successful seasons, right? When we have successful seasons, nobody talks about the line. Nobody brings up the names of the players. You know why? Because the only reason we remember some of their names is because we bashed them. Oh my gosh, Jesse Davis, what are you doing? That's the only reason we know his name as well as we do. But imagine having a good season for an O-line. You got 5 O-linemen and all of them are playing really good football. It ain't Pro Bowl ready, but it's 8 out of 10 ready, and they're playing really good football. You got one of the best O-lines, probably ranked 10. Nothing to put your head down about. You can roll with that any day of the week. But you know what? When they're doing good and it's time for one of their contracts to come up, your quarterback get all that money, you let one of them go, you ain't doing much anyway. You don't even realize what you just lost. Because we don't really pay attention to all that stuff when we win it. We say general terms like the offensive line played well, can't even point out who played well. So when we get rid of one of them, it's like, well, you know, we had to cut some weight, but we going to still be good because our offensive line been good. See, so you have some teams that'll go get rid of some of the good players. Now your quarterback at most is, even if they're good, a little above mediocre because your team is 8-8, 9-7. You know, the Cincinnati situations, you know, the Buffalo situations all the time, the Jets situations, sometimes the Dolphins situations, you know, the Ravens, you know, all those middle of the road teams that's either in or out fighting every year, 7-9, 8-8, 9-7, all those teams. That's why, okay, we saw a little success because everything went great, but we lost in the first round. Or we're 7-9. What's the problem, man? We need to fix somebody. Get rid of this person. Get rid of that one. Whoever it is, whether it's the quarterback, anybody. And not even realize, no, you want to know, if we were doing so good before, how can we take a dive? Man, this is bad coach. But nobody wants to recognize you just paid your quarterback another $26 million a year than what he was making, or 25 or 24, whatever. And you're not realizing that left guard you have is really good. Now y'all getting exposed over there. Plus your players over there getting older anyway. You didn't realize the reason why, say that your O-line still does play well, and they play just as good as it was before you got rid of that guy. But y'all in shootouts every week and can't win games because the defense can't stop the run worth of nothing because of that D tackle. It comes in so many different ways. It comes in so many different ways. That's why last week, the Eagles win it last year. They're not paying those guys a lot of money off the rip. And they had a great all-around team. Patriots win it this year. People on that team isn't getting paid great amount of money. Brady's getting paid well and should be the highest paid player in the league and not even close. Y'all don't even know that. Some of y'all don't even know that. Should be the highest paid in the league and not even close. Not even close. Brady, y'all. They got a corner that's getting paid. But we always whining about we need to pay like 5 or 6 guaranteed. And some teams ain't paying 3. That big money. And then we wonder why they're so successful when they've been winning. Think about it. Seattle Seahawks, when they went to the Super Bowl, how much were they paying their quarterback? Pennies. So they could have the best defense in the league for 4 years. After those 4 years, have they really been the same? Have they really been the same? Yeah, they still competitive. But once again, that's what it gets you. We invest so much on a new shiny quarterback for hopefully a good 4 years of football that might not be good enough anyway, because we took the wrong approach anyway. Instead of the team, we worried about that quarterback. And then whenever they get the big contract, people wonder, how did they, we were headed up. The coaches suck. How are we declining now? Hey, coaches ain't got the same personnel. And those coaches are only good with good players too sometimes. But what about the coaches that get in the trenches and can take a 5 out of 10 player and make them a 7 out of 10 player just from smarts? Just like the Patriots O-line. They ain't got no superstars on that O-line, but those guys are smart. They doing their assignment. They know their assignment. They focus. They locked in. And that's coaching. That's not player credit. Credit to the player for doing their job and looking successful doing it. But that's coaching. Great coaching is going to save your franchise a lot of money. Great coaching is going to want even those who are due for big money to be like, hey, I love it here. I'll be reasonable. Let's talk. Great coaching will allow a player that know they can get $100 million guaranteed. I just need 80 guaranteed. I can get a $100 million contract. I know it. I'm fine with 84, 85. Sacrificing 2 a year, 3, whatever. They don't mind that. I know what y'all doing here. I see what y'all doing. I know why we're winning and everybody else aren't. Everybody in that organization know why they're winning and why everyone else isn't. But you look at a team like us, we can say all we want. We want this person, Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, this and that and this. First of all, do they even want to? Most of them don't even want to come to Miami. And then we get reports. Le'Veon Bell say he want to come to Miami. Of course he does, because he knows there are only 5 or 6 teams in the league that will be stupid enough to pay him the money and lose. You think Le'Veon Bell doesn't know? If I want to win Super Bowls, I have to be on a well-rounded team that is no one player bigger than everybody. And no one player is getting bigger money than everybody. That's what the team is predicated on. That's the winning culture. That's the winning formula, but everybody keeps running away from it. And part of the reason why they keep running away from it is because they are so scared of the fan base. They are so scared of the fan base. Anthony Feliso, man, thanks for the donation. Love you, bro. Dolphins have the best YouTuber. Hopefully there's a Round table soon, fins up. I would love that, man. Let me give you this wheel real quick, man. Good luck. Tell me what you get, because I can barely see it. Did you win anything? Ah, it's in the red. I think it's in the red. Is it in the red, y'all? It'll tell me. Let me see. Let me go to my events. Yeah, it says red. Sorry, man. But thanks, man, for the donation. I appreciate you, bro. It's a different mindset and a different culture, y'all. Y'all hear all these people saying this what we need to do, that, this and that. But as people who listen to me, okay? For people who listen to me, do we care about logic or just emotion? Do we care about logic or just our emotions? Because if you're going off of your emotions, a lot of times you're setting yourself up to get hurt. But when I hear certain people argue these facts and stuff like this, it's straight up off of how they feel from an emotional standpoint. Because the reason why I say that is because where's the logic? Where's the facts? Where's the supporting evidence? Where's the proof? Where's the history? And everything I talk about, I try to bring the history into it because history literally teaches you everything you need to know. If you know enough of it. And you have to study these things. You have to study football. And I like what Flores is already doing. You got Jim Caldwell in there, who is a solid man, who can have a good influence up, and because he's going to be below Flores. I mean, that's the role, even though he's going to be in an advisory role too. But he can mentor up and down and report. And Flores, having him there is going to be beneficial. Not only that, you can tell Flores is bringing in a culture with him. And I love it because it's not one of those buddy-buddy cultures. New England don't have that buddy-buddy stuff. They don't have that buddy-buddy stuff. I'm going to bring my buddy from here, my buddy from there. They don't have that crap. Everybody do your job. Flores would be pissed if O'Shea couldn't get the offense moving all year. He would look at O'Shea as a bum. But Flores is smart enough also to look at O'Shea minus Tom Brady. And the conclusion I'm telling you guys that he came up with is, look at what he's providing Tom Brady. Look at what O'Shea has done for Tom Brady. O'Shea has contributed to writing Tom Brady's legacy. His work with those receivers, if his work wasn't that impeccable, because these guys are not jump off the radar. They're not the most athletic. They're not the most skillful. They're not the most, well, they're physical, but they're still undersized in almost every situation. But look at what he's been able to do. Provide Tom Brady with reliable, no-name receivers. Come on with me, man. They got a lot of young talent over there that if you ain't in Miami, you don't really know their name. Come continue your work. Because you got it at the Patriots. You're going to come show that in Miami. Somebody going to be calling you for an offensive coordinator job within 2 to 3 years. I mean, not an offensive coordinator job, but a head coach job. Come to Miami and show people. It ain't just Brady. It ain't just the Patriots. You come to Miami. I know who it is. Come on to Miami. Show them. Show them. Matter of fact, I'm not saying we're keeping Devontae Parker, but oh my gosh. If we keep players like Devontae Parker, TD was right. I can still be right if we don't keep Devontae, but it would tell me, because all the signs are on the wall, Devontae Parker is out of here. That's a big cap hit. We ain't getting no production. He got a good rookie deal. Hey, you got us. And part of it is the injury too, though. But I'm telling you, if Parker is in Miami next year, then what I am saying is that much more viable. You can use it as money. It's money. I am spot on in this situation. This is O'Shea's opportunity to become a head coach. Because think about it. If he comes to Miami and whatever quarterback's behind center is striking it up, and the receivers are catching balls everywhere. The scheme is beautiful, opening up an offense that we never seen. Literally, y'all, that's another thing. Y'all ain't never seen no offense. When I say y'all, that's me included. We ain't never seen no explosive Dolphin offense. We either do good in the Wildcat, and that's as best of explosive as we get. Outside of that, in the last forever, we haven't seen any explosive offense. Slinging the ball, quarterback throwing 40 times, still getting 30 runs in the game. See, nobody talk about the fact that Tom Brady snapped the ball 90-something times in the AFC Championship game. 90-something times, 96 if I'm not mistaken. Do y'all understand 96 times? Do you know we've had games where we've had like 40 snaps? Our average snaps per game is probably somewhere around 45 to 50. Literally, maybe even less. I'm mentally being generous. Imagine having a team where, forget the 96 that Brady did, imagine getting 70 a game. Imagine getting 65 snaps a game. Oh my gosh. Imagine it. Even 65 snaps a game is probably us having so much more success. I'm talking about an offense. Man, they just hit the tight end streaking towards the sideline on the opposite side. Man, nice screen. Nice run up the middle. Nice run up the outside. Play action. Deep ball. Mid-ball touchdown. You ain't even got to say, hey, Wildcat. You see how the Chiefs' offense is? You see how their offense is? Just imagine seeing, I don't care what quarterback, since Tannehill is our quarterback right now, just imagine that. Imagine it. Imagine Tannehill getting his 4,000 yards. 39, 40 touchdowns. We don't have to debate on whether that's possible or not. You're missing the point of this conversation if we're going to go there. So I'm not going there. This is what we need. We don't even know what it looks like. We know what it looks like from others. But when are we going to come to our senses and say, we've never had a good offense? Tannehill era, pre-Tannehill era, none of that. But also be smart. Half the league has it. And half of the other half have it sometimes. These 2 years, missed 4 years of having it. 2 years back at. Because everybody's guessing. They're guessing what the formula is to win. And what's happening is some organizations are modeling the Patriots, but they keep getting caught up on mobile quarterback. It'd be kind of weird to see us go after Le'Veon Bell. We already go 2 good running backs. But you know what? Why do you think we've been in a cycle so long of insanity? Because we always go for, like, say we're in a moment where we just cut a whole bunch of big name players. We always go replace them with trying to get the biggest name just to have league recognition. And Ndamukong Suh was a league recognition move, y'all. You know why Ndamukong Suh came to Miami? Some of y'all got it all wrong. He felt like we could win and this and that. Miami Dolphins gave him the highest price. The highest price. And Suh was one of those big business savvy men. That's who Suh is. Some of y'all don't know that. That's why every offseason he was involved in Stephen Ross's off-season, what is it, mentorship program. Cam Wake was in it 1 year, but they followed Stephen Ross, visited some of his businesses and stuff, and learned some stuff from a business standpoint. That's what some owners offer too. They offer, hey, come and I'm going to be able to teach you about money. Hell, I got $7.4 billion. I could teach you about money. And you know they're going to do it. First of all, you're going to make me the highest paid. Then you're going to show me what to do with that money to get on your level one day. Y'all don't be surprised. 15 years from now, Ndamukong Suh, billionaire. Don't be surprised. Do not be surprised. At all. And none of it is, Ndamukong Suh has this alcohol line. None of it is no clothing line. Just straight pure businesses. Owning real estate. Owning business. Knowing what to do with it. Let me get this straight, y'all. Nobody wants to come to Miami. There is nothing about Miami as a football team that would attract players. Because we're always in a constant state of losing. We blame our quarterbacks. We blame our running backs. We blame our receivers. We blame our defense. We blame our coaches. We blame our front office. Every 2 or 3 years, there's a different story of who to blame. It's turned into who's the scapegoat these few years. Nobody sees a successful future in Miami. Nobody looks at the roster and culture and say, if I come in there, I turn everything around. They could be the best player in the league. They don't say, if I come to Miami, I'm turning everything around. No, they're going to say, if I come to Miami, I'm going to be taking a lot of their money. They're going to make dumb decisions. They're not going to address the other real things they need. Because to be quite honest, the only reason I'm coming is because they overpaying me. But I know that them overpaying me means somewhere on the team is lacking. I don't see us getting a QB this year unless it's Murray. Business combine. Yeah, that's what it was. Miami is full of crime and drugs. These are young 20-year-old men. It's full of a lot more than that. Report came out from multiple sources that Bell wants to come to Miami. I know. Who wouldn't? If you're one of the best in a position, see, I know that sounds contradictory. Nobody wants to come to Miami. Let's get that straight. But based off a contractual standpoint, especially Le'Veon Bell, look how he looks. There are teams that can use him that won't take him just because how he handled this situation. Some owners, contracts are contracts. At the end of the day, it was in our right to do that. He didn't like it, and he walked out on us. Other NFL owners are sitting back, whether Le'Veon Bell is right or wrong. I ain't here to debate that. But other owners are like, I ain't dealing with that crap. Contract's a contract. I can franchise you. That's part of the rules. That's part of this league. You signed up for this league. You knew the rules. You want to try to sabotage a franchise in the process? People think that Le'Veon Bell got this big market. Le'Veon Bell ain't got no big market. He got the same 7 teams who has been boo-boo trash for more than 20 years and a fan base that's constantly calling for something new. And who better? Who's in the most suspect situation right now out of all those franchises? Miami Dolphins have no identity. You know what that means? You don't have a top player to say, he's in Miami. Wow. Of course, Le'Veon Bell, I want to be in Miami. Why? Be honest, Bell. Why don't you tweet out, I want to be in Miami because they the only ones stupid enough to pay me what I want. I can go to 6 other stupid ones too, but at least they got a little dignity, even though they still getting robbed to probably pay me $2 or $3 million less a year. But Miami, Soon as they franchise, everybody is split and they mad at the organization, they gonna give them that false hope right away. It was Sue before. Now it can be me. Ha, what if it's me and Antonio Brown? Ha ha. They really gonna be, 4 years later they'll realize, but I done got paid. And we won't realize for 4 years. Miami Dolphins will do some crap like go get Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown, keep Tannehill, keep the same sorry O-line, in some cases just to justify getting rid of their quarterback. I am hopeful that we are ushering in a new era and not the same boo-boo with the different restroom. That's all we keep doing. Same boo-boo, different restroom. You know how many running backs we done went through? And now looking back, we can say plenty of them were worthy enough. Hell, one of them about to be in the Super Bowl. You know how many corners that were actually good that's no longer with us? Because at some point the blame went to them. You know how many receivers we've had that have been good? Now they're not with us? Because at one point we had to blame the receivers. You know how many quarterbacks that have been with us that's no longer with us? Some of them were pretty bad, but not all of them. But we had to blame somebody. We almost even went down the tight end path a few years ago. Then Clay was gone, couldn't even keep him. We always got to find somebody to blame. And nobody's looking down to the root cause. No one. No one's trying to break things down to the root cause. Why is this happening? And the reason why nobody's breaking things down to the root cause is because everybody got so used to generic answers that have no statistical, evidential proof behind them. I'll give you an example. Take Tannehill. Why do you not want Tannehill? It's been 7 years. What kind of answer is that? It's been 7 years of what? I don't know. He's just not the guy. What kind of answer is that? What kind of answers are those? We go get K.Murray tomorrow. He might go through the same 7 years. 7 years later, he ain't the guy. Well, you said that with Tannehill. Well, maybe both of them just wasn't the guy. We gotta change this, man. We gotta change this. We gotta change this culture. And I am hoping that Flores and O'Shea is ushering in that change. More importantly, defensive coordinator that's what I'm even more interested in, is defensive coordinator, man. We'll see, man. I got to move on from this topic, guys, of the new coach, Chad O'Shea. But I will say, I'm optimistic, but I have reason to be. And I'm happy. Things are starting to line up, man. Things are starting to line up. I'm excited, all right? Now, next topic, guys. I was talking to somebody the other day, and I mean, all my conversations turn into arguments, especially when you disagree. Y'all already know that. TD, some of y'all have already known me of always thinking I'm right. Whatever. Okay. All right. But we're talking K.Murray. So over the last 2 days, I haven't felt very well, y'all. And 5 kids running around doing this, doing that, trying to bring this content to you all the time. Sometimes you can get worn out. I'm not worn out in doing this. It's just everything. You know, and it's 30 degrees. The weather's going from 70 to 30, 70 to 30, just crazy. And I felt like something was coming on, and I kept vitamin C in, and you know, different stuff, and I'm getting better. But my energy is a little low, so hopefully y'all don't get mad at me of not being all this and that today. But this is just where I am right now. But we're talking about quarterbacks and K.Murray, and I decided, hey, let me go look this kid up, man. And I've already looked him up, but let me go read about him. Let me go watch his film. Let me go watch his film. So it's hard to find lowlights, right? You can't find lowlights of people these days. You know, everything is a highlight. So since I didn't have any lowlights, I searched. But since I didn't have any lowlights, other than the national champion, no, I'm talking about Tua. I'm tripping. But I don't have any lowlights of this guy. So it made me look at excessive highlights. So I didn't look at a highlight video here. I watched a highlight video here, highlight video there, highlight video there. As soon as I realized, oh, that one had that one in it too and stuff, then I went to specific games. The highlights in specific games. I am so tired of people who don't evaluate talent and this is opinion based, so I don't want anybody getting their feelings, the right way. K.Murray, I keep telling everyone the same thing, and I don't even see how it's arguable. K.Murray, what's the kid that just won the championship in Clemson? Tua. College football, here's my issue. These guys are living in college with no pressure whatsoever in some of these conferences. In some of these conferences, they play for the best team anyway, so they got the best offensive lineman anyway. So, and y'all already know when it comes to highlights, especially rookies and all that, I beat them down. I don't care nothing about building them up because it ain't my job. They don't answer to me. They don't even listen to me. So I beat them up because I beat them up to see who can still withstand the pounding of all my negativity when it's all said and done and get me to say, but you know what? You see what I mean? And K.Murray is no different from everyone else. Another guess. That's the theme of this part of this segment, okay? Can we please stop guessing? Let's stop guessing. What do you mean guessing, TD? His stats show you. Look at him on film. You see how he run? Blah, 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 blah. When are we going to start evaluating college football players on a pro level? What TD? He ain't in the pro yet, so how can you evaluate him as a pro? You don't see him against that competition. So will you admit that we are just guessing? Let me elaborate for those who are like, well, still not quite. Let me elaborate. Why does it matter to me if I'm watching a quarterback who has 5 and 6 seconds to throw the ball all day? 5 and 6 seconds to throw the ball all day. K.Murray back to pass. Not a man within 8 feet of him to touch him. He throws it deep. Not a man anywhere around the receiver he's throwing it to. Completion for the touchdown. K.Murray does it again. What did he do? Now, I'm not taking away My scouting of the kid. Great arm. Great athlete. Very mobile. Some people will say accuracy. That is the most flawed scouting category that anybody can have at the quarterback position, accuracy. It is the most, because that's really what it is. That's what people really want, an accurate quarterback. All those other things are pluses. Oh, he can run too. Oh, he got a good arm. All those things are pluses. The number one thing you want from a quarterback is accuracy. Don't overthrow, don't underthrow, blah, blah, blah. Now let me wake up y'all eyes to this. Let me open up your eyes to this. If the quarterback is back to pass, he's throwing it deep for a receiver. If you're going to evaluate his talent and the receiver is wide open, when you grade accuracy, people look at completion percentage. No, don't do that. Do you think it's accurate for a quarterback to throw it deep and the receiver's running full speed and they got to slow down and wait and bam, got it, and then they take off? Go watch K.Murray highlights. Watch how many deep balls he run where the receiver catches it and then got to take off. Versus full speed, I got it, and keep going. Let me tell you why that's flawed. On a completion percentage, it's going to be amazing. But how is he going to do in the NFL when that cornerback is only 1 foot behind that receiver? That's an interception. When your receiver is running full speed, looking up, the ball is released, he's running. Oh, he's slowing down. Caught it, go. In the NFL, that is an interception. But we want to evaluate that talent because his man was wide open in college. Not only was he wide open, he caught the ball. Another touchdown goes in the stat sheets for Murray. Go look at Murray passes. All of them are like a floater. It's not zip. Go look at his passes. Everything, because he's so short, I get that. Most of them are going to be a floater. He's so short, he's going to be like the shortest ever. He's going to be like the shortest quarterback ever if he's in this NFL. But I'm looking at his passes. Everything is a floater. Even the short range, it's going like this. It's going like this. Versus some of them that got to go bam. And when you watch wide open people all day, I'm not saying he won't be the greatest thing of all time. But if you don't know how he's going to look with secondaries that are stingy, and your ball has to be A100 on point. Brady in the AFC Championship. Your football's got to be like that the whole game? We have no film of that. And the worst part about it, it ain't that we ain't got no film. He ain't been in those situations where you got to throw through the tightest of windows. Thing I love about Murray is he's a winner. But Skaggs, if you learn anything from me, ask why? Why is he a winner? Because he leads his team to victories. How does he lead his team to victories? He's very accurate. Define accurate. You see what I'm saying here? It's so deeper to look at. Just don't look at the person as a surface. Good football player, won the awards. He looks really good. He's like untouched in college. He's the man. What in the hell does that mean? And the media's out here selling these players, selling them. This city, this is your next savior. Look at all the good things he does. This city, here's your new savior. He's a beast. Guessing, y'all. Why you think Belichick always finding his talent in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th round? And I promise y'all, I already know. I ain't no fool. Belichick probably going to the draft like, man, if people only knew who I'm going to get in the 6th round, it's going to turn out to be 2nd round quality. What I'm about to get in the 4th round could have been a 1st round pick. But of course, nobody's looking for that type of stuff. First thing scouting team's doing. If I'm a scout in Florida, the first thing they doing, college football players, they looking at the stats and they're saying quarterbacks if the team is looking for a good quarterbacks in Florida that has the highest completion percentage. Got my list. Quarterbacks in Florida that have the highest this, highest that, highest that. Who has some of everything? In Excel, hit the button. They start linking everything up. Oh, here's my top prospects. Let me go take a look at them. But who's putting the real hard work in? What scouting team is saying what quarterback doesn't have the best in this and that? But like going next level. They got a sucky O-line, but he was still able to be above average in that. Let me take a look at this kid. Because why am I penalizing him for not being in the same situation a K.Murray is in? One of the best O-lines in college. Why am I penalizing this kid for being in the same situation, not being in the situation that Tua is in? Best offensive line in football or something. Why would I penalize this guy because his numbers ain't his, but he's also not in the same situation? I need to go look at this kid too, because his percentage ain't as high as theirs, but it's damn high for those who are usually in that situation. That ain't playing, their team ain't the greatest, people don't come there a lot. Who got relationships with coaches? Coaches all around the country calling, hey, I got one for you. You need to come take a look at this kid. He ain't got the Murray numbers. He ain't this and that. And I can tell you now, our offensive line but just sucked. But I want you to show you on film what he did despite the O-line sucking, despite being under pressure, looking at the windows he's throwing in. Yeah, he got 1,000 yards less than Mahomes, but or Tua, or this and that. But in this situation, having 1,000 yards less is like having 2,000 yards plus. Come check him out. Who's doing the real scouting? No, but these franchises, what they want to do is, who's the top names? We also got to excite the fan base. You think the fan base was excited when Brady was selected? Come on, man. Come on. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. We keep on glorifying these quarterbacks who, first of all, don't get no real pass rush. Then we wonder why so many #1 overall picks turn out being bust in the NFL. Some of y'all, if y'all wanted to be 100 and be honest, some of y'all will probably be able to name 3 of the 20 quarterbacks that you actually wanted in Miami that we done already got rid of. You actually wanted them. Man, we need to get this guy. Or whoever the 1st round pick is, we need that guy. Yeah, we got him. Some of y'all probably wanted him. Didn't turn out. And it ain't y'all fault. All y'all going off of is the scouting that other people doing telling you. But who says the people scouting was doing it right? Finding the greatest talent. But I'm tired of it. I'm tired of K.Murray. We need K.Murray. Why? What is he going to bring to the table? Do you see his mobility? This little guy with our O-line, his mobility might be the cause of his disability. And what happens when they keep him in the pocket and he got to make stingy throws? He can throw the ball. I said stingy throws. Show me film where he made stingy throws. Come on, TD, man. Look at all the touchdowns he threw. Wide open people. I done seen some film on some quarterbacks throwing in the end zone. Not as big names, not big schools. Won 9 games out of 12 this year. Nobody's paying them no mind. But I done seen some of these kids out here battling. Throwing balls in the middle of the field between double coverage. Tight end grabbing it. Touchdown. That's more proof than K.Murray. We glorify these kids that play so well in high school that they automatically go into the perfect situation in college so they can mask any flaws that they may have. And you don't find out that it's a flaw until they get into the NFL and you done gave them all that guaranteed money. You don't find out that, man, he has a problem in tight windows. But he can throw the ball deep, you know, the man's wide open. He done threw some touchdowns, though. And you get caught up in the fact that, okay, he throws 2 touchdowns a game, but he should be a 3 touchdown a game guy. Because look at all the ones that he don't even take a chance because it's double coverage, but he could have got it in there if he threw it where only his man could get it. But nobody's ever seen him have to throw it where only his man can get it. He may have an occasional red zone fade to the back of the end zone. See, that's money, that's timing. Only his man can get it. Yeah, but what about slants when double coverage? Post routes, and they got to be dropped in. That kind of pass can't be straight on. It has to be a dump in. Or that kind of route, you can't throw it dump. You got to lead it. All of that stuff. In coverage. QBs have been torching Big 12 defenses for years. Ain't nothing new. Exactly. And then if you go to somewhere like the SEC or the ACC, yeah, you're going to get better defense play. But only 2 games a year. Only 2 or 3 big games a year. The rest of them, same thing. They're better conferences because their top teams are top. But some of those top teams are only top because their offense is so powerful and you're still playing a bad defense. We got to stop guessing. That's all we're doing. Every time I hear we need Tua, we need K.Murray, we need to wait for that kid from Clemson. God, dog, did you watch the Clemson game? The kid was back there chilling. Chilling. But I did see some nice passes from him. But can we get a little longevity on him too? Please? A little longevity? Come on, man. We got to stop guessing. Every time we talk about we want this guy in the draft and that guy from a quarterback position, that is all guessing out of college. Now, some of them may come out and be like, he's the real deal. Look at what he's doing. He's ripping teams apart. In coverage. Make that pass. Okay. But go look at it. Go look at K.Murray highlights. Ain't nothing to be proud of. Wide open people with 7 seconds to throw the ball. Same thing I've been preaching about Mahomes. Mahomes can be one of the greatest of all time. But can I see him in situations still be great that he ain't experienced? I said it before the game. I said if they get pressure on Mahomes, we going to see if he do all that stuff y'all talking. They got pressure on him. What happened to him in the first half, y'all? If somebody want to conveniently remind me in the chat section, what happened to him in the first half against the Patriots when their sole purpose was just to get at him? And they got there 4 times. They knocked him down 9 times and gave him 14 what they consider pressures. Sacked 4 times, knocked him down 9 times, and got 14 pressures in the first half. So y'all tell me, I'm going to give y'all about 10 seconds in the chat section. Please tell me, did K.Murray look like, not K.Murray, did, what's his name? Gosh, man. Did Patrick Mahomes look like Patrick Mahomes in the first half? I don't want to talk about, no, he was a rookie. That ain't the question I asked you. I said, did Patrick Mahomes look like Patrick Mahomes in the first half? When the whole situation, total different game plan against him. The goal was to put pressure on him, and they put pressure on him. Now imagine all year if half the teams he played put pressure on him. Would he have been as successful? If half the teams had the same pressure on him, would he have been successful? Let's take it a step further, y'all. He goes 2 more years doing what he's doing, then he gets a big contract. The O-line is half as good as they are, still decent, but not as good. Is he going to be the same Patrick Mahomes? And if you're saying yes at this point, you're just literally, I don't know what to call it. My opinion is you're wrong. No, TD Phins, he looked scared like that. No, a completely different player, TD. No, first half, it's a no. He was flustered for sure. So if his offensive line changed, his situation changed, do we actually have proof on what Mahomes could be? What I saw in Mahomes this year was nothing but college football. Another college quarterback who has all day to throw the ball to wide open receivers. Credit to the coaches, schemes, in the NFL especially. That's all I saw. So people want to beat me up for saying, Mahomes, y'all chill out with the GOAT and all that. We don't even know what he is yet. 50 touchdowns, 5,000 yards. We know. How? How? The fact still remains we don't know what we have yet. Don't get me wrong, the NFL and the media will always pump him up in a positive light because he's the future. When we're done talking about Brady, Mahomes may be the next household name. Remember, I said household name. When the truth is, you don't even know what you got in Mahomes. You don't know. This might turn out to be the team that's good enough to get to the playoffs every year, but lose in the AFC Championship, lose in the division round, or lose in the wild card this year, but you get there every year. The fan base is proud, but they just can't get over the hump. That Atlanta Falcon type stuff, minus the Super Bowl. That Atlanta Falcons type stuff. We always competitive. We always this and that. But as time goes, contracts change. People that wasn't getting paid. Total different circumstance. Why can't we do this now? And you know what? The scariest thing for a franchise, a lot of franchises like that, what Mahomes did in the first 4 years, automatically gives him protection for the next 10. Even if the entire time he just ain't been the answer. Because he ain't that next level quarterback to squeeze it in tight windows. Now, I've seen him do it a few times, y'all. But on a consistent basis, and that's how he's winning games, hasn't had to. But we haven't seen him in a situation where he's had to. Well, he had to against the Patriots, and he's 0 for 1. He got shut down. You're right. If Mahomes was on the Phins and we go this far, what would you be saying? If Mahomes was on the Phins and we go this far, I would be saying, man, our team. You mean with our current roster? I want to answer your question, Nick. I want to answer your. Please tell me, are you talking about our current roster with the injuries that we had? If we would have made it to this point, with the injuries that we had, is that what you're talking about? With the same injuries, if he would have got us to the AFC Championship, is that what you're talking about, Nick? I want to know so I can answer. Yes. I would be saying, now Mahomes is next level. Mahomes can mask other people's deficiencies. I would literally say Mahomes is the next Brady. If we had Mahomes and he got us to the point that he got the Chiefs in our situation, that's all the proof I needed. It would answer all the questions. It would answer them. Yes, I would ban. You wouldn't hear an ounce of hate. You wouldn't hear an ounce of anything negative. Nothing. Just the AFC Championship game. Nope. Not even the AFC Championship game. He could have got us to the second round, the divisional round, and lost. He is transformational. Give him $100 million a year. I'm just playing, but you know what I mean. But Nick, we're not going to say all that and ignore the fact it's just not the situation, though. I do not see that happening one bit. Ever. From anybody that come in behind that O-line. What if he gets them to the Super Bowl next year and wins it? That would mean, see again, that don't mean it's him. We've seen him against the toughest not perform. When pressure came at him, he didn't perform. What did the Chiefs do in the second half? They added an extra lineman on every play. An extra blocking assignment. What did the Patriots do? They backed off of the dialing up the blitz. They actually backed off a little. They didn't even get to him once. And he came back. So if he takes him to a Super Bowl next year, that means to me, okay, nobody put any pressure on him unless we see that evidence, but we don't have any now. And not only did they not put pressure on him, that means the Chiefs actually took advantage of right now, since they're not paying him a lot of money. They went in their first and second round picks and in free agency, and they improved their defense. They improved their defense very well. That's what it would mean. They put the perfect team around him, and it allowed him to do his job and do it at his best. And they're Super Bowl champs now. That's what it would mean. Yeah, because Patriots had a planned scheme. Kudos to our future head coach Flores. Exactly, Marcus. Brady is the same way. Put pressure on him like the Giants did, and he loses. But he's also proven he can be effective to get out of it. But he's lost in it. And technically, regardless of him losing in it, he still would hold the title of being the greatest doing it, though. Because he has proven he can get out of it, but that's the most effective way to come at them. He can still beat you if you get at him, but you got a better chance, right? Yeah, but that's not realistic. Ain't no way Mahomes taking the Phins current roster to the AFC Championship, even without the injuries. I'm so glad, man. Y'all making me proud right now. Some of y'all that even see this, you get it. You get it. That's why we need to stop glorifying that position the way that we do. Oh, we just need, because we get envious of other teams. Nobody's getting envious of the Chiefs O-line, but they envious of Mahomes. They want Mahomes. Why can't we have a Mahomes type? Nobody's saying, why can't we have their left guard type of player, their right guard type of player, their center type of player? Nobody's envying that. They're just envying the quarterback because in the media they pump quarterbacks. And then they realize now you went and got your quarterback, but it didn't matter because he's in a boo-boo situation. And just like the quarterback that you wanted, like Mahomes, look at him in a tough situation. Look terrible. I ain't saying, oh yeah, he don't look the same. He's okay, but he don't look the same. No, he looked terrible. Give Mahomes time and you will see. I know what you mean by saying that. Give him a few years and he's going to do it. No. I'm going to change what you said by using what you said. Give him time and you will see. You're right. But not in the sense that you meant. But you're right. Give him 5 or 6 seconds to throw the ball and yeah, I'm going to see. See, Nick, what you don't realize is, even if they beat Tom Brady and they went to the Super Bowl and won it all, That wouldn't change it for me. Because he still had time. That's not answers. Just because he got time to throw the ball and he wins, don't mean he can throw in tight windows in the future NFL when they done learned. They done caught on. Just improve the secondary. He goes against a great secondary. He can't squeeze it in the windows. I'm not saying the kid can, but I don't see any film or no proof that he can. Come on. You would see that kind of proof on highlights. Look at Brady. Brady on 3rd and 9. Squeezes it in. Wow, what a pass. Brady on 3rd and 10. Squeezes it in. Oh my gosh, in the craziest moment. Brady on 3rd and 10. Squeezes it in. I don't have any of that on Murray. I ain't got none of that on Mahomes. I'm good, deviceology. What can Mahomes do under pressure? I don't know. Because we ain't got no evidence. He's barely pressured. And I don't want to take the small sample size of when he was pressured, how he looked boo-boo trash. I don't want to take that sample size and hold it against them because the sample size is so small. New England did it. Everybody else was boo-boo the fool, giving them a million years to throw the ball. But New England's such a small sample size. Next year, if teams start getting at him more, is he making the play to get out of it? Is he throwing that quick slant, reading the blitz, and throwing in a tight window on a tight play? When nobody's open, but you got a man, but your throw got to be right. I need more sample size. You are a hater. Hey, call it what you want, Nick. But calling somebody a hater ain't proving it. Say you are a hater because, and leave your comment. Then it makes sense to me. But you are a hater, that don't tell me nothing. That's just somebody making an accusation. Bring some facts to back it up, homie. Look at Tannehill under pressure. He falls apart too. Thank you for saying T-O-O. T-O-O. 2. He does it too. You are correct. You are correct. But that means you are acknowledging that Mahomes does. But I'm a hater, y'all. Same person that just said I was a hater. You ain't wrong. You're right. Look at Tannehill under pressure. He falls apart too. Okay. You're making my point. So what does Mahomes have? Because they both fall apart under pressure. But what does Mahomes have that Tannehill doesn't? Can we get him that for once? Can we just do that once? Can we get him that once? Because last I checked, when he had it, he went 7 out of 8 games. Mahomes like. Then when he came back, he went 3 out of 2 games. 10-3? 10-3? Then he gets injured. Then the team, everybody gone. 11 starters out. Go check the numbers. 11 starters out. Mahomes has the arm. Anybody got an arm when they throwing the wide open people? You mean to sit here and tell me Tannehill is back there for 7 seconds. Kenny Stills is wide open heading to the end zone. He ain't making that completion. He not making that completion. Mahomes has pocket presence. We already killed all that pocket presence crap. We already killed that pocket presence. See, y'all gonna start moving the goal line in here again. We done killed all that pocket presence stuff already. Y'all must don't tune in enough. Because I always got to repeat myself and show y'all where y'all wrong. He has pocket presence. When you hike the ball, nobody is 8 feet within your vicinity, and you see all this area over here, and you run over there, that don't mean you got pocket presence. That don't mean you got pocket presence. Just because he's making throws outside of the pocket and nobody within 10 feet of him. Matter of fact, it's bad pocket presence. You know why? He didn't even have to leave the pocket and take the risk and eliminate half of the field. I'm strolling out to the right. All my routes on the left, can't even do it no more unless it's the comeback pass screen. Pocket presence. Where was his pocket presence against the Patriots? He had 1 positive run right up the middle for 10 yards when they were in somewhat prevent. They were playing the sticks on that 3rd down. It was like a 3rd and 17 or something like that. And that was after he got sacked for negative like 9 yards or something. This man done took negative 13, negative 17 yard sacks in that game. Like, for real? Negative 17? Negative 13? So Tannehill takes the Chiefs team to the AFC Championship game. Just a hypothetical question for you. I don't know, Allen, because I haven't seen Tannehill a full season behind a line like the Kansas City Chiefs to evaluate him to say, yeah, he can do it, or no, he can't do it. See, once again, truth is, you're guessing. You're guessing. You'll guess that he can't. Hello? Hey. They're not answering. I'm going to try them after I get off the live stream. All right. Oh, y'all, when I talk to some of y'all about football, your comments just, you're one of those guessers. Tannehill ain't going to take no chance. You're guessing. You ain't even seen the man with a great O-line. And then when you saw him with a great O-line, he wins 7 out of 9 games, get hurt, come back and win. Technically, he went 3-1 when he came back because he didn't play the full game in the 5th one. Where he got hurt. Wasn't even the same. We lost our left tackle. 4 unevaded hits to the quarterback after that. But you'll ignore that. That the only time you got evidence he had an O-line, he was healthy, he went 7 out of 8 games. Came back with a healthy O-line and goes 3-1 before one of them go out and he gets injured. You'll ignore that. But you'll still say stuff like, Tannehill wouldn't have did that. You're guessing. You're guessing. That's why I don't sit there and say, yeah, Tannehill would have did it. I can have my opinion and say, I believe that he actually would have, but I stay away from it. Because by me saying that, I would be acknowledging I'm guessing to say that he would do that for the Chiefs. But to say that he wouldn't, you are guessing. There's more evidence that says he would than there is that he wouldn't. Because when the only time he had an O-line and he was healthy, he was doing it. He was winning games at a very high level. And I don't care about Tannehill right now. Who knows? He may not even be on the roster next year. That ain't the point. Because we're not going to get in the argument of whether Tannehill's good or not. We're just talking about logic. All I do is come on here and argue with people about common sense logic. And everything most of y'all be saying be guesses. And want to make a guess logical. Tannehill doesn't know when to throw the ball away. Mahomes takes sacks for 17, 15, 13, and Tannehill don't know when to throw it away? And Tannehill don't know when to throw it away? How you take a 17-yard sack, 15-yard sack, and Tannehill don't know how to throw it away? You see the hypocrisy? That's hypocrisy at its finest. You have a special vendetta on not liking one, even though you don't have all the full evidential proof, but it's just that feeling in you to make you guess he sucks. And the first day you said Tannehill sucks, you couldn't back up from that no matter what happened. Why? Because you don't want to be wrong. And it doesn't mean that you aren't wrong. You might be right. He may suck. But why are you ignoring the fact that the assumption of him sucking is a guess? A guess that your emotions are steering you to, but no facts. You know what your facts sound like? It's been 7 years. The hell does that mean? What does that mean? That's like me saying Jordan was no good because of his first 7 years or whatever. That's just like me saying Jordan was no good because of his first 7 years. Oh, yeah, the golden basketball wouldn't, he was still good, but at the end of the day, he wasn't a winner. He wasn't winning. Y'all guessing. That's the only point I'm making here. We started this conversation with K.Murray. Everybody that's saying that they want K.Murray, you're guessing. It's a guess that might turn out right, great. But it's also a guess that might turn out wrong, but then we look around like it got to be somebody else's fault. Then 7 years later, it's finally that person's fault maybe. But look at the cycle we're going in. TD, everything is not Ryan Tannehill's fault. Get him an O-line, a great coach, new mascot, no road games, new receivers, easy schedule, world's best players, and watch Tannehill win 8 games. Possibly, but you're guessing. You see what I'm saying, y'all? I'm not negating anything any of you all are saying. But at the end of the day, you're still guessing. You're still guessing. At the end of the day. You're basically saying get Tannehill everything new. Perfect. Best ones in the league. So you mean to tell me you have one of the greatest defenses, greatest offenses, but you got Tannehill behind it, and he gonna win 8 games? But Russell Wilson can have games where he throw for 78 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception, and their team still win by 16. Do you know that you could have Pat White behind a 10-win team? If your defense is great and everything around him is schemed perfectly? Your comment is just, it's beyond guessing. Your comment is just bad. You can have a quarterback in some cases that don't do anything. Hell, how many games did Tim Tebow win to get to the playoffs and win a wild card game? And you see what I'm saying? And I'm supposed to listen to people who make comments like that? Give Tannehill everything? And he still only win 8 games? But this man goes 7-8. When we finally got a line 2.5 years ago, he goes 7-8. 7 out of 8 games. With a good old line. Wasn't even the greatest weapons around him, but he had a good core around him. And the defense wasn't even as talented as it is now. And he wins 7 out of 8 games, and you're going to come back and say, give him everything perfect. And he still only win you 8 games. And I'm supposed to be listening to y'all. You still guessing after 7 years. That's the dilemma that Miami is in. Is the fact that our organization has been so terrible that we're still guessing after 7 years. It's the organization's job to put a quarterback in a situation where you know without a shadow of a doubt, we've given you the best O-line in football. And if not the best, they've been well above average. You've had a great defense. That's the organization's responsibility. Because you do that. Think about it. What in the heck can TD say if we know we got one of the best O-lines in football? What can I say? There is zero defense for Tannehill. But people ignore how big that factor is. The O-line. If Tannehill had a good O-line, man, I would have been screaming to the top of my lungs to get rid of him. Top of ain't good, man. I'll lose my voice for a year if I have to. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. It is the organization's responsibility to put the necessary pieces around him. So that the organization, after 4 years, before the man even got hurt, that's why he got the big contract, because he wouldn't get hurt. But they saw he's actually a good quarterback. He can get the job done. We just recognize we got a lot that we need to fix around him. That's why he got the contract. And y'all can hate on it. He got paid, though, all you haters. You can hate on him all you want. That's why he got the contract. We don't put him through so much abuse. It is proven we know the personnel we had around him has been terrible. We haven't gotten this man any protection. And despite not getting any protection, being the most hit quarterback in the first 4 years, he is number 2 with his freaking passer rating. While when being hit, he is number 2 in the NFL. No, I'm sorry. Let me correct that because I don't want y'all eating me alive. He is the number 2 rated passer rating when kept clean in the NFL. After his 4th year, he was the #2 quarterback in the NFL passer rating on plays where he had time to throw the freaking ball. So evaluating every quarterback in the NFL, when they got time to throw the ball, Tannehill was #2. When he had a clean pocket, go look it up. There's stats for this. He was the #2 ranked quarterback in the entire NFL when kept clean. Those are plays where he's in the pocket and you're not sacked, you're not hit after you threw, and you're not rushed. They know they got, listen, I wonder what Mahomes' quarterback rating was this year when not getting hit versus when getting hit. Or even just hurry. Just hurry. Just hurry. That's it. That's it. Allen Hansen, it don't matter how deep those passes was. How deep are Brady's passes? Brady threw as many deep balls as Tannehill, maybe less. Your point is irrelevant. How long were those passes? You want to move the goal line to prove that you're right. But listen, you're on the wrong side of this one. That's why he got the big deal. And some of y'all hated on the big deal. And we still didn't fix the line. And you was mad he got the big deal. Then when they finally fixed the line, he goes 7-8. And y'all were ghosts, hiding in your food pantry. Tannehill's doing good. I can't come out. He got hurt. Oh, see, he ain't reliable. Then that's the new narrative. He's not reliable because he gets a direct hit on his knee. Now I'm going to say he's not reliable. You are a lie if you don't say when Tannehill rookie year, we saw a guy who he can pass the ball, but he can't connect on the deep ball. He's not good with accuracy. He's a good quarterback, but he ain't got his accuracy together. 2nd year, man, he looked better, but I think he still can improve a little more with accuracy. He looks a little better, and that's still promising. You know, we can't forget he was a rookie, and this was his 2nd year. I mean, there was improvement, and it ain't like he was killing us. It wasn't really his fault that we lost in a lot of games. But, you know, he ain't being that superstar, though. But there's a lot more going on in the team. Our defense is just the worst in the league. God dog, Brady has 450 yards every time he plays us. Everybody ripping us apart. Even when we look good on offense, the defense just can't get it done. Oh, don't forget, Tannehill young days was all defense. Trash. Trash. Don't forget. Don't forget. Pocket presence, hey, I'll throw that in there. I'll give you a little nugget. Throw pocket presence in there. Wasn't great, but you saw improvement, and you saw he can actually get a few things done. It was the best quarterback that we had since Marino or Pennington at that time, and we had them been through 15 of them, 16 of them. Let's give him a 3rd year. Let's give him a chance. And booyah. Oh, Tannehill is actually connecting on the deep ball now. He's connecting enough to where we can't even say he struggles with the deep ball. Is he throwing it like an Andy Reid offense, deep balls all day? No, but the plays aren't being called that way either. But when we count on him to throw that deep ball, he's connecting more than he's not now. He's actually connecting more than he's not now. Good progress by Tannehill. And let me throw that nugget in there. I don't even remember, honestly, because we never had a great O-line because he still was getting whacked around. See, people forget he was doing this improvement while getting knocked all over the field. And y'all want to say because of his pocket presence. No, we just always had a bad O-line. Not to mention the defense still sucked, so we still never won. Hell, it's games we put up 28 points and lost. But then guess what? Year 4 comes. Oh, year 4. Year 4. Y'all remember what happened in year 4? Some of y'all don't even remember. Tannehill had one of his best seasons. He had one of his best seasons in the NFL. One of his best seasons in the NFL. Hold on. I say that to say you always say Brock was a dump down quarterback, but Ryan did the same and you champion it. Come on, bro. What are you talking about? Brock and Tannehill, total different situations. Tannehill was dunking it down, but you know what Tannehill was also doing by that third year? Finally connecting on the deep ball. He was finally connecting on the deep ball. We saw his short game accuracy early on. My problem, you see, see, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to take something, try to make it a false fact, and trying to make it a true lie. Total different situation with Brock. I get on Brock because all he can do is do the short ball. Brock can't complete a pass over 10 yards. You're trying to justify yourself at every turn. Total different situation. Tannehill was making attempts. He wasn't great early on. He completed some of them. And even completing a little bit of them was more than he did with Brock. But we saw the second year, oh, he's completing more. And in the third year, there was no question. Tannehill is connecting on the deep ball more than he's not. He is a deep ball threat now. Tannehill can put the ball deep. Tannehill can put the ball deep. But when Brock has a wide open receiver or a good opportunity where a guy is coming open, he is just all over the place on the deep ball. That's what I was criticizing. I didn't criticize Brock dinking and dunking all day. I criticized all he can do is dink and dunk. You want to ignore Ryan Tannehill in the third year, how he improved the deep ball. From a throwing standpoint, he got the short game. Now he got the deep game. Now I want to see him develop those posts, those corner routes now. Ryan most definitely better. No disagreement. I'm just pointing out the first 3 games. Look at the Raiders game. What about it? What about it? We also act like that ain't the coach calling them plays. I'm not knocking a guy for doing his job if that's dink and dunk. But when you're called on to make the deep throw, and look at the Raider game. When at the game he got hit and threw the deep ball in the back of the end zone and Kenny Stills, Tannehill. Cincinnati had another one of those games. No, not Cincinnati. Titans had another one of those big throws like that. Once again, to clear this up, Allen, the difference is, I don't mind you dinking and dunking. But when you're called upon to make a pass more than 10 yards, that's where you're getting it from me. That's the difference between Tannehill and Brock. So when I said all he do is the short passes, it wasn't a problem with him doing the short passes. It's the problem that that's all he could do. So I don't know what you're talking about. I'm keeping the same energy with both of them, but 2 different situations. One of them, it's all they can do. The other, they can do both. So yeah, I'm going to criticize you if that's all you can do. I don't got a problem with you doing it because I was the one calling for the coach to put you in more situations like that. Stop wasting plays going deep with Brock. Stop wasting plays going deep with him. Stick to what he can do, dink and dunk. That even proves I wasn't getting on the fact that he dinks and dunks. What I was getting on with Brock all this time is the fact that that's all he could do. That's the issue. So I want to make sure I clear that up because you're throwing some false facts in here and true lies. You're right, I said it, but the wrong context. Wrong context. Why pay for another QB when we are trying to rebuild? I have no idea. We don't know which direction we're going though. But guys, I'm going to end this second topic with, let's stop guessing. Let's stop guessing. Y'all see it right in front of you. People's comments. You're guessing. Tannehill wouldn't be this good with the Chiefs. You're guessing. You don't even have no evidence for him being in that scenario to say he would or wouldn't. You have no evidence. That reminds me of Matt Castle in New England. Tom Brady tears that ACL or whatever it was. I had him in fantasy that year. It's ruined my year. Ruined my year. Still went to the playoffs, went to the championship, but ruined it. It was tough. Tom Brady goes down and Matt Castle has a hell of a year. What did they get? 11, 12 wins that year? Matt Castle on the center. In that system. You see that system football, what I'm talking about, y'all? Ain't always about the quarterback. Matt Castle under the helm, getting the job done exceptionally well. Completions all over the field. He didn't look like no bum. High completion percentage, putting the ball on the money, had time to throw the ball, all that. All that. Matt Castle leaves New England. Total different situation you in now, buddy. Why he look like a bum? Why didn't he look the same? Because if you go in a different situation, you may not have a sound O-line. You may not have the receivers that can catch well. You may not have tight ends that can block air and catch. You may not have running backs that can catch the ball out of the backfield and still be a threat in the flat. Total different situations. But y'all just put it on the quarterbacks. They make and break everything. No, they don't. Matter of fact, they have less impact than you think when you look at an overall team. I don't know how many times I got to keep giving you the scenario. Russell Wilson throws for 78 yards, no touchdowns, also gave away an interception, and the team still wins by 16 points. Still wins by 16 points. Everybody glorify these quarterbacks, and you do it at your team's expense. Believe it or not, the Patriots don't glorify their quarterback. The fans do. The media does. Patriots don't glorify their quarterback. That's why they always think Belichick got a riff in Tom Brady. He's never saying Tom is just the greatest and this and that. I mean, he may give him his props in the biggest moments, but they don't all hail to Tom Brady in New England. Bill Belichick look at you and be like, I don't have no favorites. Because if I'm showing one favorite, that means I'm showing 52 other men unfavoritism. You know how them players didn't like how Gates was giving Tannehill favoritism over others? The players didn't like that. That ain't got nothing to do with Tannehill. That got something to do with the coach. I'm sure Tannehill wasn't like, hey, man, take it easy on me in front of the guys. Please don't shame me in front of them if I do something wrong. I'm sure Tannehill wasn't saying that. Patriots don't glorify players. But we want a player that we can glorify, that we can worship. Patriots organization don't worship Brady. Deep down, they know what they got. And they happy about it. But they don't give him no special treatment like that. Like y'all think. They got their mind right over there, man. And we ain't going to ever win until we get our mind right over here. And start thinking about real football, how it really works. Stop taking these Hail Marys every year. Go get Sue. Go get this. Go get Le'Veon Bell. We need Murray. All these guesses, and guesses. And then it ain't just that it's a guess, but it's a guess that takes away from your team. You pay somebody $30 million and don't realize you just screwed up 3 positions from a money standpoint. All this guessing. We need Murray. Guess. Tannehill wouldn't be good if he played for the Chiefs. Guess. Tannehill's done in Miami. Guess. Guess. And even if he done in Miami, oh, I told you, see, you didn't want to listen. You say we were guessing. You were still guessing. It just turned out you were right. All these rumors, all these articles. Dolphins are not happy at quarterback. They look to move on. All those are guesses. Ain't nobody in the organization said that. It's these people out here doing all these headlines of they mock drafts that's getting you, the fan, to buy into it. Especially if they know they got a large portion of the fan base that's already like, he's not the guy. And then others are, he is the guy. Oh, let's just pump quarterback news over there. We can get ratings. Ratings and ratings and ratings. Yeah, every day I get in my email, did you see the new article? We looking at this quarterback. Did you see the new article? I can't. And I respond, it's all speculation, man. They bringing this person in for an interview. They bringing 40 quarterbacks in for an interview. Matter of fact, they done already been sitting in half of their homes for the last 2 years interviewing their families. Period. Guesses, guesses, and guesses, and guesses. And you know we don't went so far off the deep end when our own organization starts guessing and guessing and guessing. I'm just hoping that Chad O'Shea, Brian Flores, and these guys that we're bringing in aren't guessers. They look for evidential proof right there in front of them and know what they're getting. They know that this player in any football situation is going to shine. Not the player that in this situation over here, they shine. Now, we ain't seen them in this situation, but man, if you see how they shine over here in this situation, man, you can't pass that. All these guesses and unknowns. Hey, man, he was the top player in college football, won a Heisman. But yet, there's still certain circumstances you ain't seen him in. And when teams figure that out, you can be like, oh, man, he not looking good. But you know what? You go draft K.Murray, and he's terrible in those pressure situations. You know what's going to happen? Then all of a sudden, people want to talk about offensive line. I'll do you one better. We can actually go in this offseason and get K.Murray and fix the O-line. Say the O-line is fixed. And K.Murray don't look good in pressure situations because you're still going to have him. He don't look good in non-pressure situations throwing in tight windows. Or he don't look good in just pressure situations. You know the messed up part about it? You know the first people that's going to get blamed? The offensive line. And they might actually be good. But nobody want to look at the fact that we didn't know this about K.Murray when he came in because we didn't have no footage on it. But hey, sweep that under the rug. He's our future. We done invested too much. He was a #1 pick. He was the first round, man. It can't be him. Man, we supposed to fix the O-line. We gonna get new people. They still suck. That's gonna be the narrative. The new O-line sucks now. They didn't fix it. They just went and got more bums. And then those players go in free agency to another team, and you hear their name, and he has turned out to be a great player. They got him over from Miami. Huh? You know how many players that done turned out to be a good player come from Miami, and we were like, they wasn't worth it. They didn't play like that for us. Was it they didn't play like that for us? Or we were just a dumb franchise doing stupid stuff, making them look bad? Blaming the wrong people. K.Murray is fast enough to run out of the pocket. Y'all see what I'm talking about, man? Y'all see what I'm talking about? It's not about what he can do, Marcus. It's about what we don't know if he can do. The areas that we don't know. What if he's the worst quarterback all time under pressure? I know you say he gets out, but Mahomes supposedly gets out too. What happened when the AFC Championship game when they were intentionally trying to get at him? 4 sacks, 9 takedowns, and 14 rushes. Like hurry-ups. What if Murray is the worst quarterback actually in NFL? See, college pressure and escaping is different from NFL escaping. Especially if you got a good defense in front of you. I'm sorry that the Chiefs played a whole bunch of bad defenses that never got to Mahomes. To show a true picture of, can he actually play well in all facets of the game? We take good players and make them look bad. Then they go to our great someplace else. Or a system is broken in Miami. I agree with that, Nick, wholeheartedly. But we got to start focusing on stuff like that. Like literally. You see what I'm talking about, Nick? Y'all let's say something like Tannehill sucks, but have no evidence behind it. But then you'll bring up a comment like, you'll bring up a comment and say, our system is broken in Miami. But you ain't just say that. You had something there to back it up. We take good players and make them look bad, and then they go somewhere else and they play great. You see why your comment makes a lot of sense? Because you had a reason behind it that has already been studied. The sample size has already happened. They went to the other team. You see the success. Evidence. Not Tannehill sucks. Why? It's been 7 years. That ain't evidence. That's all I look for. TD, sometimes you got to take a chance on a guy. I agree with that. But you take smart chances. Laramie Tunsil was a smart chance. Laramie Tunsil shouldn't have been drafted by Miami. If that Bond situational crap didn't happen, Miami would not have Laramie Tunsil. You have a player that there is no question marks in the draft. There was no playing question marks in the draft. There was so little question about Laramie Tunsil's talent coming in that they were able to put him at guard and he still played well. Out of position a rookie year. The chance you take is he going to be another player that we put all this money in and then he's not even going to be able to play games. He's going to be getting suspended and all that. Them the chances you take on guys. You take character chances, not playing chances. If you drafted a guy in the first round and you have unknowns, you have drafted incorrectly. It still might work out to be the best move, but it was a bad move at the time. Guessing. TD, why you put Chargers versus Pats if we got our Super Bowl already? I don't know what you're talking about. Is the title Chargers versus Pats or something like that? That mean they screwed up because I had a totally different title for this video. Let me see, man. New England Patriots versus LA Chargers. You're right. That's the title. That's not the title I put on this video. That is not the title I put on this video. I'll have to change the title when I'm done streaming. I'll change it to the right thing. That wasn't my title. My title on this video was TD Phins Talk / offensive coordinator, K.Murray, and owners as what we're going to discuss. I'm using a different system that shows all this graphic and stuff like that. So it probably screwed that up. But that wasn't the title that I actually put in. But hey, it is what it is. Appreciate you letting me know, though. Oh, I'm repeating it. I got us looping over here. But LMAO. But that's what happened, man. I'm just saying we got to stop guessing, okay? I love the culture that we're bringing in with the coaches. As far as these draft players, let's bring in players we ain't guessing about, hoping they're the next guy. We didn't hope too much. We done guessed too much. 20 quarterbacks in 20 years. At some point, we got to stop, y'all. All right, last topic, y'all. Last topic. And I know these videos be long, guys, but sometimes if I got that block of time where I can go live and talk about my stuff with Miami and give y'all something to entertain y'all, some people complain about how long it is. Some people wish it was longer. Some people like this. They work out, they drive to work, they do this, and they just listen to these videos. So if you're somebody that don't like it long, I'm sorry to you. But, hey, I'm just enjoying myself and talking Miami Dolphin football, man. But the last topic, man. Last topic is NFL owners. I mean, we had a baby argument a week or a few weeks ago about owners where people were like, Stephen Ross is a bad owner and this and that. And I kind of defended Stephen Ross because, once again, you know, TD liked the facts. TD loves the facts, man. Hold on. Somebody left me something. One moment, y'all. Nick Poverman said, TD, look at the ranking. Tell me where Tannehill is ranked number 2. Nick, once again, I don't even have to click on the link that you sent because, once again, you automatically hear what you want to hear, man. Nobody ever said Tannehill had a number 2 ranking just period in QBR because I see your link, ESPN.com, NFL QBR. Once again, you can't listen to argue. You can't listen to reply. You're supposed to listen to understand. That's what you call good communication. If you listen to me to understand, you might actually understand some of my logic. But a lot of your replies are, it shows me you listen to me to respond. Because you're always wrong. You always have what I said the wrong way. You have what I say the wrong way. I never said out of my mouth Tannehill has ever had the number 2 QBR. I literally just said the stat of Tannehill having the number 2 best QBR in his first 4 years of quarterback when kept clean. And how they calculate that is when there was no sack, when there was no knockdown, and when there was no hurry involved. He just had a clean pocket, no stress, no pressure, no hurry. He is the number 2 passer rating in his first 4 years. First 4 years, number 2 in the NFL out of his combined in 4 total years altogether. Number 2 in the NFL. Second to only Matt Ryan. Number 3 was Brady. Facts. I forgot who number 4 was, but I think it was Andrew Luck on that list. Show me where you got this information. Go back to August on my videos. I have it right on the screen. I put it on the screen. I can try to find it again. Email me. I will send it to you. Don't have the time to look it up right now, but you can go to, if you follow me back in August, maybe even July, I got a video that shows you right in front of it. It shows you everything I'm talking about. I took it and put it in the video. It's a fact. It is a fact. Matter of fact, Skip Bayless even repeated it on his show one time. Skip Bayless started though with, I've never been sold on Tannehill, but I have to be honest with this. This was when Ryan Tannehill won those 7 out of 8 games. Right before he went down. Skip Bayless, they were picking a game. You know, Ryan Tannehill, I've never been one to trust Ryan Tannehill. I think he's a receiver. I've never been high on the kid, but he's been stringing wins together. He finally got some protection. He's 7 out of 8. And do you know that his first 4 seasons in the NFL, he has the 2nd highest passer rating when kept clean? They're on to something down there, but I've never been a fan of Ryan Tannehill. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. Skip Bayless even came out and said it. Go check out my video. Matter of fact, it should be the thumbnail of the video. So when you're scrolling through videos, you should see a stat with Matt Ryan's picture on it in a QB pose or something. Just go stroll through my videos way back in the beginning when I started this channel. Go find it. That's the thumbnail picture. It has, if I'm not mistaken, Matt Ryan's on the cover, on the front of my video. Matt Ryan is. Matter of fact, I'll do you one better. I'll go ahead and give you the date. Because, see, I can ask you where the facts are, but everything you say is a guess. Oh, but I got mine. I'm going to find it for you right here live, baby. I got my facts. Man, going back made me realize how many videos I've done in just 4 or 5 months, guys. Man, it's been a journey. It's kind of funny, man, just to look at when I first started. Wow. When I had different type of hair, all type of different stuff, man. When I was in another, I had another room of the house. I had a little corner I was in. And then, there it is, right there. PFF when kept clean. Matt Ryan. Hold on. Let me click on this, man. Well, is it going to shut my video off? It's 5 months ago. 32 minutes and 30 seconds is the video. It's right next to an Ndamukong Suh video that I did. 4,000 views on that. Go check it out. Matt Ryan was number 1 at 132.5. Oh, actually, is Tannehill 3rd on here? Because this says Tom Brady was number 2 at I can barely see this thumbnail. I think 119 and Tannehill was 116 or 118. I can hardly see it because it's a real small picture on here, and I don't want to click on it. Oh, I just clicked on it. Did I lose the stream? Y'all let me know if I lose the stream, and if y'all can still hear me in the comment section, because I just clicked on it by mistake. If I didn't lose y'all, then that's perfect. Let me see. Let me give you some more stats on that video. Let me give you some more stats that I was showing on that video. I'm going to show, no, Nick, you'll be able to see it on the video. You'll see where I got it from. The title is on the top. Go check it out. Matter of fact, let me give you some more stats from that video that you can use that's valuable. Most passing yards. Here's another stat. The most passing yards in the first 4 years in NFL career. The most passing yards in the first 4 years of any quarterback's NFL career. Peyton Manning, number 1 in his first 4 years at 16,418 yards. Number 2, Dan Marino, 16,177 yards. Number 3, Ryan Tannehill, 15,460 yards. NFL history, first 4 years. More than all of them that came in with him. The Cams, all of them. How about that? Number 3, and this is from NFL.com. Number 4 was Andrew Luck at 14,838 yards. Ryan Tannehill, first 4 years, 2012 to 2015, third most passing yards in the NFL history in the first 4 years. And I'll be trying to tell y'all, he earned that contract. They knew what they were getting. This kid was improving every year. And then another NFL stat right below that, how many times 3 of these quarterbacks were sacked. They didn't put Andrew Luck in this stat, but out of those 4 quarterbacks, Tannehill had the third most passing yards, but Dan Marino was sacked 58 times, and he's number 2. Peyton Manning was sacked 85 times in those 4 seasons. He was ranked number 2 with 85 times sacked, but he was number 1 in passing yards. Ryan Tannehill is 3rd in passing yards and was sacked 184 times. Second most sacks allowed in NFL over last and 4 seasons. At the bottom, NFL.com. In this article. Second most sacks allowed in NFL over last 4 seasons. He's second to only Jacksonville. That's what it says. Jacksonville was the only team that had more for the last 4 seasons. Jacksonville. In that 4-season span that Tannehill had is. But how do you throw for the 3rd most passing yards in NFL history in your first 4 years, and you're sacked? You're tied for 2nd with the most sacks at 184. And you telling me them ain't good numbers in a bad situation? Come on, man. Go to 28:17 of that video. Not a good rating. What are you talking about? Ryan Tannehill on 3rd down conversions since 2015. Now watch this, y'all. He gonna tell me to go to, and why you think I put it in my video? You need to actually listen to what I'm saying in the video. You need to listen to what I'm saying in the video. I put that there for a reason. Go hear what I'm saying in the video. The title of it is Ryan Tannehill on 3rd down conversions since 2015. He is 39th with 55.8 completions, 36th in yards per pass, 34th with TD to interception ratio, and 38th on passer rating. So how do you go in your first 4 years to being one of the best to after that tanking it? Let me give you an answer since you don't understand anything about stats, okay? Let's read the title one more time. That ain't his overall performance. That's just third down conversions. Not only is it third down conversions, and don't get me wrong, I understand how important third down conversions are. These are third down conversions on plays that are 3rd and 20, 3rd and 19. This man has been in the worst situations because he's been sacked so many times. Not only is it in terrible situations with a bad O-line, and then here's what you're not considering. Third down conversions since 2015. Are you going to read the whole narrative? Since 2015, the man barely even played since 2015. It's been 3 seasons since 2015. He's only played a sum accumulation of 1. You're judging that stat off of probably 16 or 18 games. He didn't even play almost 2 years worth of that since 2015. And matter of fact, it's even worse. He didn't even play that much because I did this last year in the middle of the year. In August. So in 2.5 years, that's what these stats are for. But a year and a half or a little bit more than that, he wasn't even playing due to injury. And you want to say that ain't good stats. If it ain't good stats, then you know I'm not defending them. I put it in my video. I put it in my video. You need to go listen to the content, though. How you grab a video that I prove it to you, and then you just start scrolling and be like, oh, there goes something. That ain't a good one. Listen to the video. It don't make any sense. 3rd most passing yards in his first 4 seasons. And people talk about we overpaid. He earned that contract. It ain't his fault that everything around him after that was boo-boo trash. And typically the O-line. He did it with a bad O-line. But it got worse. With less weapons. Defense getting worse. Come on, man. Come on. How many playoff games has he won? None. And your point? It's like this. If we get the best defense in the league, and Miami stick with Tannehill and they go to the Super Bowl next year, right? I'm not saying that's going to happen. Let's just act like it ain't going to happen. I'm just saying this as a reason. So Flacco can go to a Super Bowl and have the greatest defense, arguably, of all time with the Legion of Boom as the runner-up. But that Ravens Super Bowl year have one of the best defenses ever, manageable offense. Flacco can win a Super Bowl. And then the next 6 years never make the playoffs. And then the 7th year he make it, but it wasn't even behind him. It was behind Lamar Jackson. But since he got that one in a perfect situation, we can't use that argument. When's the last time he been to the play? I mean, how many times has he been to the playoffs? Because if I would have said, look at Flacco, you would have came back and said, Flacco got a Super Bowl. So Flacco get his first and then a bum the rest of the way. Why Tannehill can't get his on the back end, potentially? Not saying it's going to happen. Come on, man. The O-line wasn't bad when we drafted T. Hill. What are you talking about? Look at all the sacks we gave up. Pouncey couldn't stay healthy. Matter of fact, then we had the bully gate. What are you talking about? Nah. Okay, I know what you're saying. On paper, we did not have a bad O-line. You are right. But Pouncey started getting hurt. Then we had the bully gate. We got players suspended. We got another player. Come on, man. Y'all don't forget, I know my Dolphin history. I'm not one of these fans that sit back and forget what happened. You just had this general frame of mind on what the issue is. Joshua kept getting torched every week. We couldn't stop the pass. We couldn't stop the run. Then we went in panic mode. We need to go get corners. We go get corners, but now we ain't got no linebackers or D linemen other than K.Murray. Then we go get, come on, man. Our defense never helped us in Tannehill's first 4 years. Never. Had certain good players, but defense overall, trash. Yeah, incognito, bullying Martin. Not to mention, it turned out the O-line head coach all these years been sniffing at work. It's ridiculous. Everything y'all say, trust me, I'm not saying what I'm saying without any logical, sound mind proof behind it. More evidence may come out to prove me wrong, but until I see evidence to suggest otherwise, come on. Why should I join the guessing game if my brain is telling me put 2 and 2 together? Why am I going to join the guessing game? Why am I going to enjoy the guessing game? I'm not getting into that crap. Because that's the problem. That's why we've been where we've been so long, because we keep guessing. Watch the game, folks. Tanny looked like a deer in the headlight. You know what? You're right. Because at some point, it gets conditioned. You're used to going down so much at a rate that no other quarterback is used to. It start getting conditioned to look like a deer in the headlight. Can we please get him an O-line so he can actually look sane? Like in the first 8 games of that season, whenever he got hurt, when he went 7-8, and everybody was raving about him, and we were hurt that he got hurt, and we were excited for him to come back in preseason, and then he got hurt in practice during preseason, and we were like, oh my gosh, not again. Then we saw Jake Cutler. Come on, man. No, I don't care. I don't care if I got to defend Tannehill until he's literally out the league. I don't care. Until I see evidence that suggests otherwise, why does he deserve not to be defended? We act like these facts. That's like I already made this example the other day. If you work a career and you go to your job and you're doing the very best you can because you want to do good for your family, you want to get promoted, you want to do everything, but your supervisor just ain't putting you in the right position. I don't care if you flip burgers. If you got to make 10 burgers today and you can get a raise whenever you can complete 10 burgers average every day in 1 week, and every day you do 10 burgers and every Friday you only get 8 chances to do burgers, and they keep saying you can't get it. You can't get the promotion. You can't get the promotion. Well, I mean, can you at least give me the opportunities? I promise I'm going to make it. I'm going to make them right. I promise I will. Can you at least give me the opportunity? Nah, that ain't how it worked. You know, it's been 7 years, man. It ain't my fault that you don't get enough on Friday. Maybe on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday you need to do 13. But I'm only getting 10, and I'm doing all 10. I'm doing all 10. I'm only getting 10. Well, that's just how it falls. That's basically what you're saying. That's basically what you're saying. We owe Tannehill. Tannehill don't owe us. We owe him a good team around him and a good line. He don't owe us. But y'all temperature is as if this man owes us something. He don't owe us nothing. We owe him. We owe him for being our first round pick, not getting in any trouble, not starting controversy, saying all the right things, not getting in trouble, being a model citizen. Ain't on no Tannehill. We owe that man at a minimum 1 year of a great line. And don't get me wrong, they tried to give it to him the year he won 7 out of 8 games. But he got hurt. But his O-line still wasn't impeccable because that was the reason he got hurt. Jay Orion, we already talked about Le'Veon Bell, man. I don't want him. We talked about it earlier. You got to go to the beginning. The beginning. Hold on, man. I'm just checking my emails, man. I got you on Phins Daily with Matthew. No, man. I just can't get into that getting on him like that anymore, man. These attachments ain't working, man. I'm checking my email now, Phins Daily. That's what I'm in. But I'm waiting on these attachments to load because they're not loading. I know one of them is from the video. He already looked it up on the video. He looked it up. He looked it up. This is what I was showing him, y'all. Hold on. This is what I was showing him. Right here. I know y'all can barely see it. That's on that video. Man, the stats are on there, man. I ain't got to prove it. The stats are on there. They on there. You can't disallow stats. You can't run away from the truth. And stats don't always tell the full picture, though. And I get that, too. Both ways. But no, man. Y'all guessing, man. You're guessing. Because you've already stuck your mouth out there to say Tannehill sucks, but you have no proof. So you want him gone. You want him gone. And it's a shame how quick we forget why he got that new deal. And all of a sudden, all these new fans talking about, I don't even know why we ever paid him big money. I know you don't know why. That's why you keep saying the stuff you saying, because you don't know why. You don't know why we paid the third most completion yards in NFL history. Not that 4 years. In the first 4 years of NFL history. Mahomes, 50 touchdowns, 5,000 yards. That's all y'all want to talk about. But when you add them 4 years together, that shows you. That shows you Andrew Luck ain't even throw more than him. RG3 ain't throw more than him. Cam Newton ain't throw more than him. Russell Wilson didn't throw more than him. Passing yards. Matt Ryan, was he up there? Matt Ryan didn't throw more than him. No, he ain't up there. He could suck, but you get my point. Who else in this NFL? Phillip Rivers ain't throw more than him. Who else? Sam Bradford ain't throw more than him. Who got all that money? Who else? What about the rest of these good quarterbacks? Flacco, nowhere near throwing more than him. Who else? It's several of them. Y'all covered so many of them above them. Come on. Who else? What about the rest of these QBs you rank higher than him? Ain't none of them throw more than him. First 4 seasons. And y'all, and that's why I say you're new fans. Because you forgot the past. I've been following the Dolphins for 30 years. I can't tell. Because how conveniently you forget the years you want to forget that don't support the narrative that you believe the issue is. First 4 years. And that's, well, the amazing part ain't the amount of yards he threw. The amazing part is he threw that amount of yards and had the second most sacks. Second most sacks of all time. In the first 4 years, 184. Or 85, I don't remember. I mean, 184. That's what's even more impressive about it. Third most passing yards of all time in the first 4 years while breaking a record. I mean, going far into it too. Like literally, if he wasn't sacked as much as Peyton Manning and Marino, he would have passed them easily. If he would have had the same amount of sacks they had, he would have blew past them on this list. Phillip Rivers chokes too. Oh, well, now we're admitting all these quarterbacks got flaws too. But Tannehill in the situation he used to be in was getting the job done. And that was when the first 2 years he couldn't even connect well on the deep ball. The third and fourth year, boy, he was putting it where you needed it. But we want to forget that. Like I can argue with people right now, he was never putting it where you needed it. How long you say you've been a Dolphin fan? Can you please tell me which years you skipped? I can guarantee you the ones where his third and fourth year. You skipped those years. You skipped the 2 years, the third and fourth year where we believed in him. First year, I don't know, but I mean, he's okay. He's not the reason we're dying. He can do better, though. He can help us more. Second year, he's helped us a little more, but he can do more than that. Well, we need him to do more than that. But he's not the reason we're dying. Our defense is just the worst ever. Third year, congratulations, Tannehill. We see you. We see you. We see you. Fourth year, we got our quarterback. We got our quarterback. Yeah, we want to see him get better at this or, you know, pocket presence, but we got our quarterback. Even though we can't grade the things we want to see him get better at because there's other factors in play that's bad too. All this bully stuff on the line. How can he even improve pocket presence if he's never even got a pocket? All this stuff. But, you know, he comes in, he works hard, and people get mad at me for defending him. And they forgot why he earned his contract. You can be surprised, Nick. I'm sure it ain't the first time you've been surprised. Especially with all the guessing you do. You should be surprised. Nothing wrong with that. Surprise. Brady would be hurt with our O-lines. We don't know, but good chance of it. Yeah, I'm live, man. I got time. It's crazy to me, man. And the crazier thing is the bandwagon of hating Tannehill just keeps growing, actually. It's growing and growing and growing. That's the crazier thing about it. It's crazy to me. Half of these people don't even know football. The other half just keep guessing and ignoring the facts. It's funny how I ask a lot of these people, what about Tannehill's first 4 years? Bro, he's never been good. And then I mess with their head, y'all. I mess with their head. I said, well, I know he wasn't good in his third and fourth years, his worst time ever. And you know, but he showed some promise his first 2 years. I say stuff like that just to reverse it, to see if they'll catch on. And they'll say stuff to me like, exactly, that's why I don't know why they ever gave him the contract anyway. He was trash the next 2 years. You're guessing. You're guessing. I'm telling you false information intentionally, and you backing it up. It's ridiculous to me. Don't have no facts on why. But yeah, you're right. You're right, Carlos. I appreciate you, man, for keeping me focused. Move on. Let's talk about this last topic, man. NFL owners, man. I sat back and I thought about it. I looked at Stephen Ross. And guys, there's a whole different game that's being played in the NFL. And it's a game between the owners. I'll say this because I start out with a lot of people bash our current owner so early in the game. So early in his time with the Miami Dolphins. And I actually think he's a great owner. It ain't got to be about football. Most of these owners don't know football like that. But like I always say, football organizations are these billionaires' toys. And billionaires have egos too. And this conversation is going to be about Jerry Jones, Robert Kraft, and Stephen Ross. Recently, Jerry Jones came out and criticized the Patriots about the call on Julian Edelman, I think, where it didn't hit his arm. But Jerry Jones decided he wanted to do an interview and be like, It's just not fair. You know, if there was no conclusive evidence that it didn't hit his arm, then you can't overturn it. It's just not fair how they allow them to. Now, that's what I call hate. That's what I call hate. And I was watching sports analysts talk about it, and they made a point. They opened up a thought to me, but it made me think about Stephen Ross. They talked about Jerry Jones is getting nervous. Jerry Jones has America's team. And what makes him America's team is the simple fact that it's not about their winning, because they hadn't done it in forever. It's about the fan base. It's about the popularity. And in Cowboy Nation, they're starting to see a little of theirs fade and another organizations grow heavily, as in the Patriots. As much as people hate the Patriots, what a lot of people don't understand is the Patriots are gathering more fans faster than more haters. Let me tell you why. People who hate on somebody, they'll go online and they'll comment, "Oh, I hate the Patriots. They suck." And they'll see a million more comments that agree with them, and they just think the hate for the Patriots are growing. No, it's y'all same people that hate them. Yeah, your number's not even growing. You just think they are because you're there hating. You're there coming at them all day. Actually, their fan base is growing. Much greater than the hate base. Somebody said we used to have a big fan base. Thank you, Nick. I'm glad you said that, because that's kind of what this is about. Being the best team, being revered as the best team or America's team, the truth is starting to come out. That's not reserved for the Dallas Cowboys. They've just owned that title for having the largest fan base. But people are starting to wake up and notice the Patriots are close to stealing that. They're close to stealing it. And Jerry Jones is showing a little bit of jealousy. Think about it. All billionaires have are their toys. And they don't even care about their toys usually. What they care about more is showing them off to their other billionaire friends. Jerry Jones feels like he has more status than his friend billionaires because he owns the Dallas Cowboys. If Jerry Jones has $5 billion, his best friends, all 10 of them might have $5 billion. But Jerry Jones feels inside, I'm still above all y'all. Because I own the Dallas Cowboys. Why do you think he gonna get a $100 million yacht, y'all? 200 feet yacht? Who the hell need a cruise ship? There are some beautiful 70-foot yachts. Everything you need and accommodate a full family. 100-foot yachts, maybe even 120, which is outlandish. I done been on plenty yachts. I love them. Dream. Most people don't even know what a yacht is. It's kind of crazy. Y'all from South Florida better know it. Some of y'all don't even know. Or never been on one, just heard of them. You know, they big ships. No, they ain't ships. They're literal boats, homes on water. About $100 million yacht. Just trying to buy another toy to be like, yeah, I'm the owner of the Cowboys, and that's how I do. I got the same money as y'all, but I'm above y'all. See, y'all money ain't in the media. Everybody talk about mine. And there go Robert Kraft over there chilling. I ain't in the media like him. I'm silently stealing his shine. I am silently stealing his shine. We all billionaires, but I'm still in the range. Matter of fact, my franchise is the second most valuable franchise, only behind yours, but we coming. Y'all at $5 billion is your franchise worth. Mine is about $3.5 billion. That's what it go for. When we win the Super Bowl, it's going to be about 4.2. Then if we get another one, it's going to be about 4.9. Then when we get another one, especially if it's all in the same era, the fan base is growing. Not the hate base. When y'all in those hateful conversations, y'all the same old people. Same old people. Same people. And they're over there jostling for position. And I thought about Stephen Ross. Here's Stephen Ross. He's the second wealthiest owner in the NFL. Got more money than Kraft and Jerry Jones. He got his toy. I want to see him in that situation. I want to see Stephen Ross hated on by Jerry Jones and Robert Kraft. Because if he's hated on by them, do y'all know what that means the Miami Dolphins are doing? He don't mind spending money. Y'all act like when we went and got Cutler, we had that cap space. Y'all act like when we went and got Cutler, we had the cap space. Who robbed us for what? How many million? Was it 10, 11, or 12 million? How much Cutler robbed us from? We ain't had that money. Y'all act like we just had 12 million cash that we didn't use in the offseason sitting there or whatever it was. He willing to do it. That's how people get a team and stay with it. Lots of little kids are Patrio fans. Let me tell you why I bring this up. Because Miami Dolphins, believe it or not, a part of me thinks that we have literally a top 3 fan base in the NFL. I mean, you go look at paper, they'll say something like 25 or something like that, fan base. Support. Ranked for closest to being America's team. We way back there. But numbers, I will go out on a limb and say we got top 3 fan base. The problem is a lot of our fans like a second team. Hell, we got Dolphin fans that also Cowboy fans. But if the Dolphins was winning, they would be proud to say Dolphins is my #1 team. I just really like the Cowboys because in the 90s, it was all I knew. But I'm a Dolphin fan. It's just they always losing. So we got a lot of fans that like 2 teams. Literally. People borrowing our fans. Literally, they waiting for us to be successful so they can come on home. Now, some may argue where they ain't real friends then. And that's how it is, especially in today's day and age. You grow up, you see something successful, you come attracted to it, and you stick with it. But you know you're a Dolphin fan, but hey, the Cowboys were successful when I was growing up. And right now, this young generation, see, people ain't going to understand the impact of what Brady and them doing now until 10 years from now. When all those 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15-year-olds are in their mid-20s and early 30s. And they diehard Patriot fans that y'all don't hear their voice right now. But look what they're witnessing. And they're becoming fans, but nobody's noticing it right now. Nobody's knowing it right now. My second team is the Saints. My point exactly. And I bet you was all for the Saints. But you ain't got the satisfaction of feeling that same feeling for your own team. I'm a Dolphins fan first, Giants second because where I live. I live 20 minutes from MetLife. So ain't it crazy how our organization has forced us to gravitate to a second? I don't have a second team, and I ain't saying that to shame none of y'all. I got all these babies. I ain't got time to care about another team. You know? But ain't it funny how our organization has created a fan base that has gravitated to a second team and with a lot of our fans? I'm a Dolphins fan, but I like them. Ain't that crazy? Do you think those same people would feel that way if the Dolphins were dominant? Our Saints fan, second team Saints. If the Dolphins were dominant the last 20 years like the Patriots, you wouldn't even bring up the Saints. Giants right down the street. It wouldn't matter. You will be in your soul talking crap to them every chance you get. But you live with them and you don't need to talk crap because I like them. I mean, my team is the Dolphins, but I like them. You see? Nick, you would literally be like, we play y'all next year and we finna murder y'all. Can't stand y'all trash self. Y'all want to be us. You will be talking all the smack in the world to the team that you like right now if the Dolphins had the Patriots history the last 20 years. If we were fun to watch, we'd have more fans. You're right, Kevin. We would have even more. But what I'm trying to get across is we already got more too. But you don't know. I bet you somebody can tell that you're a Saints fan more than a Dolphins fan, Finn Daly, on a regular day-to-day basis, even though we know Phins are your team, number one. Same thing with you, Nick. People would automatically assume your number one team is the Giants, probably the way you act. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not talking bad on none of that. But I'm proving the point here that look what our organization has done. We got to get Stephen Ross in that situation where these billionaire owners are snuffing their nose up at him, sizing them up. And he already got more money than them. They don't like that. They don't like that. He needs to be in that conversation because if he's in that conversation, that means, man, we've been doing some great stuff. When people say he don't care about winning, he ain't a great owner. Oh, he want to win. I don't care if it's only for his own satisfaction to stunt on the rest of those guys. He wants to win. People know me as Dolphins first. I'm sure I know. But what I'm saying is people will also, they can identify you with the Giants too, maybe. I may be wrong, but if you get the gist of what I'm saying here. This is what our fan base has done to us, allowed us to have. They've allowed us to have second teams. And they wonder why nobody comes to want to play in Miami. They wonder why in the Chicago Bears game that I was at this year, our fans are just quiet in the stands. And we're up. And Chicago's louder than us. And they come all the way back. And we don't get loud until the end. Thankfully, we won. But I'm watching playoff games this year where the crowds are becoming the issue. The Rams, that's why I was proud of the Rams because the Saints crowd alone was a factor. You think I ever expect that in Miami? I don't care that they're in the dome. We can do a lot better than we do on a half roof. Ross said, I effing hate losing. Yeah, he wants to win. Of course he do. People act like Jay Cutler was in the salary. Yeah, we can get Jay. We got another 11 million, whatever we paid that bum. We got another 11, 12 million sitting right over here. No. They had to call Stephen Ross. Can we get this? Write the check. And we're going to take a penalty for it, huh? Over the cap. Write the check. Do your best work, though, to move some money to other years. And people don't realize we're paying for Jay Cutler right now. People don't even think about that. No, he ain't hitting the cap, but we had to move other contracts. All right, we want to restructure we took a lot of them little players. We want to restructure your deal, give you more guarantee to do this and do that so that we can kind of spread what we gave Cutler out, absorb it in that year, but all these other little contracts, offer some guaranteed money for 2018, 2019 and stuff like that. We had to make moves. You play with your books. You can play with your books way out in the future. But you're digging yourself a hole. People, see, that's the part of football nobody talk about. Why can't we just go get this in free agency or this and that? Sometimes you ain't even got the money to. We can just move money. You've been moving money for 10 years now. You've been moving money forever, man. We're a large presence at the Jets game. That's what Nick is saying. I have been to every Jets-Dolphin game in New Jersey for the last 30 years. You're right. But that's when we play the Patriots. That's when we play Buffalo. That's when we play the Jets. It's always live on both sides. And Dolphins show up on both sides. The opposing team shows up on both sides. You're right. But where are the fans that show up when we ain't playing a divisional game? Who don't think the only big games we got are divisional games? I don't have a second team. So think of the misery I got to deal with. I don't have a second team. Think about my misery. I could have saved myself some misery if I just pick a second team. NFL Nation, Dolphins have many 2019 QB options, yet clear upgrades are scarce. Basically an article, ESPN, y'all heard the alert. They just coming out making an article. Dolphins got a lot of options, but the options they have are scarce. They got a lot of them. They can go rookie, but it's not a guarantee. You know, they know the facts. They can go with a lot of these free agent opportunities, but it's scarce. It ain't like it's like, that guy, we got to go get him. Guessing. I've never been to a Miami home game one of these days. You'll make it one day, man. Then do I hop on the bandwagon? What bandwagon? I just got that too. Yeah, this is what that is. Dolphins have many 2019 QB options, yet clear upgrades are scarce. They already know. Whoever you get to replace Tannehill, he probably ain't going to be better. You're going to be hoping for a better upside at the best. That's what they saying. Oh, my gosh. So we hoping for something that might not even be better. Then do I hop on the bandwagon? A second team. Or you can do whatever you want. Sometimes you need something to help you de-stress in life. Sometimes picking another team and cheering sometimes helps. Yeah, the Dolphins ain't just affecting the organization and our players. They're affecting us, man. They trying to take years off our life. The anxiety they give us. The depressive failure they give us. I don't get mad when people got second teams. Sometimes you got to balance it. I ain't got one, so just imagine what I'm going through. I don't have a second team. I don't. Just don't, man. But yeah, man. We got to get Stephen Ross in that conversation, though. He should be up there in that conversation. We got to get to that point, then we know that we will have arrived. We can be one of those franchises that when we do arrive, they're going to be like, man, I didn't know Dolphin Nation was like this. All of them is sitting, man. We got fans everywhere, y'all. All kind of states. Hell, we go play the Chargers. Half our fans be there too. Marino scouting QBs. What do you think? I don't know. See, people think just because he was a great QB, he'll be a great scout. We don't know. I don't give people credit for nothing until they've done it, the current role, for a certain amount of time and proven it. That's like saying Tom Brady gonna come back to be a quarterback coach. He might suck. I would hope he wouldn't. He might not be able to produce no talent out of it. Just because he was the greatest don't mean it. Hell, Jordan ain't had a successful season yet with his franchise that he owned. I don't get caught up in these big names because they did it, they can teach it. That ain't always necessarily true. And some of them did it the way they did it because of a great teacher. I ain't watching no Senior Bowl practices, man. I got to pick and choose what I can do. That is a downfall for me. It sucks that I'm like, man, I wish I could see more of that. I could, but with the way my time's set up, I got to pass. I'll watch more on these kids when we got bigger sample sizes. Like me watching a Senior Bowl practice ain't telling me nothing about a player that I'm looking at. Now, when I get his Senior Bowl practice, when I get his combine practice, when I get his individual scouting practice, when I get reports on his character, when I get all that stuff, which is in about 2 months, Then I'll put it all together and evaluate them instead of piece here, piece there. I done forgot what the first piece was. Got to paint a picture whole. I'm good, Mr. Miami. Shout out to you, man. Keep Ross out of the football decisions. He always wants to grant something flashy. I'm not sure, though. Because truth be told, he ain't been in no football decision-making positions. Just like the reports last year, I don't even know if these reports are true. Because every time they say reports are, Stephen Ross didn't want to draft Minka. Because he did. That's what they say. But I ain't seen no proof where it says Stephen Ross, where he said, yeah, I wasn't happy with it. I remember they said that he wasn't excited about it. That don't mean he didn't like it. That don't mean it didn't turn out he was like, hey, y'all end up making a good pick. But he don't make football decisions. He hasn't made any football decisions other than firing the head coach. He hasn't made, I don't have him on record of making any football decisions. So when we say keep him away from making football decisions, he ain't got no history of making them. I'm blessed to be living today. I hear you, brother. I hear you. Me too, man. What do you think if we drafted two stud guards, I think you meant. That would be positive. It would be headed in the right direction. I get scared, y'all. I'm one of those people that if it's on the O-line or D-line, I want a free agent that's been proven. But I don't want a 30-year-old free agent. I want that free agent that's coming off their contract just like Parker is. But that didn't get hurt and the team can't afford them. But they were good. That's the free agent I want. I want a free agent. I want a player at the point of Xavier Howard's time where a team got a decision to make. Do we cut ties now because they want to be a big money? Or do we go ahead and keep them and sacrifice somewhere else? And they go ahead and cut them. That's where I want to go find my offense and D-line. In the draft, you can still pick straws and miss. Nothing's guaranteed in the draft. Now, receivers and all that stuff, hey, man, I'm all for finding them in the draft. Receivers, running backs, quarterbacks. You know, if you can get in one position that is really hard to find in the draft is linebackers. That's worth it. Like, you can miss on linebackers for 30 years. That's why they covet it when you can get one in free agent that's legit. But most of them never make it to free agency either. Teams re-sign them ASAP. TD, check out left tackle Bobby Evans from Oklahoma. He's good. I already looked him up, man. They actually have him projected. He's a left tackle, but a lot of analysts say that he would actually, like, they say he can be a good left tackle in the league, right? He can be an all-pro left tackle, but he can be a Hall of Fame guard. Because sometimes you got to look at it that way. In this league, you played tackle your whole life, but with your talent, you could be a perennial Pro Bowl guard every year. So that's why sometimes a left tackle might just transform into a guard in the NFL. I'm telling you, if Larry B. Tunsil stayed in the guard, he would be a Pro Bowl guard. He would. For him to play the way that he did his rookie year at guard, people underestimate how well he played in a position he had never played. He was damn good at guard. But everybody was calling for him to be moved to his original position when they got rid of Brandon Albert. They were calling for it. Now, he's turned out to be a hell of a left tackle too. But a lot of left tackles, they can play guard. So I like the prospects that played left tackle and guard coming out of the draft. Because any one person go down, you want to have 7 interchangeable guys or 8 interchangeable guys. Not 5 guys that played a position and 1 tackle replacement that'll have to play left or right and 1 guard that'll have to play left or right. No, I want a roster full of interchangeable. I can play left tackle and I can play guard. That's what I want them to go get. So Bobby Evans, I would love a Bobby Evans. But don't rule out him playing guard. Yeah, he a left tackle, but don't rule out the man coming in to play guard. Teams do that too. That's some Belichick stuff right there. Belichick good for drafting you and then bringing you in and be like, nah, you're not going to play that position. This is the position I really want you for. Man, you switching me from offense to defense? I mean, you switching me from defense to offense? Man, you switching me from the guard to the tackle? From the tackle to the guard? Yeah, they do that. You're the best player available. You're an athlete. I know what I can make you. See, people underestimate that part of organizations like the Patriots too. This is all I'm talking about. It's tough in the draft, but you want to get those dual players. Hell, if you go get a great linebacker, go get a great linebacker that can also step in the nickel sometimes. You ain't bringing him to play the nickel, but if you have to, he can play it. Go get you a safety that can play cornerback too. See what I mean? That's why I know Minka was a great pick. Minka can play all three. Yeah, he's going to be better at one than the other two, or two than the last one, but that's what you want. Multifaceted. You get an injury, hey, we're going to move him there. He can handle it. Now we put this person there. Easy fix. Who you want us to draft, TD? I told you I'm not giving y'all that information for another month because I want to have a good pick that I actually want us to draft. But I can tell you now I'm leaning close to a dual lineman, tackle and guard, that play both positions. There's two real good ones coming out in the first round. And both of them are behind our pick. One of them's projected 16 and the other one was like 26. And that's why I'm telling people. That's why I said Miami, if they were smart, they'll trade their first round pick for the 26th first round pick. Whoever's around there, 23rd, 24th, whatever's around there. Trade your 13 or 14 overall, wherever we at, for the 20-something pick. Now you got a first-round pick, another first-round pick in the 20-something, plus you probably got another first-round pick. Just moving up 15 spots in the draft is worth give me your two first-round picks this year and next year. Teams do it all the time. Hell, there's teams that move from 10 to 1 and give up first round, fourth round. Stuff like that. I've seen a team move from 6 to 1, 6 to 2, give up 2 first-round picks for 4 spots because they know the guy they want. So if I was Miami, take that 13th pick. Who won it? Which one of y'all up there won it? Which one of y'all won it? Oh, Chiefs, y'all won it? Y'all want to go get you a stud defensive player? We down here. Give me your pick. And give me your next year pick. Look at your roster. Y'all built for it. Y'all just got a few tweaks in defense, and I know y'all finna try to address that this year. Same thing with the Cowboys. I mean, how can you really get that much better? What facet of the game can you get better in? You actually got your complete team. They just got to get more experience and get better. Gelling. How can you get better? You ain't got many questions to answer on your roster. You want to get the 13th pick? And whatever question you do got, you can go get the best one available? Go ahead and give us your 24th pick. And give us your next year pick. You're going to be successful anyway. It's going to be a late pick. Now you in 2020. And let's say Tannehill does play this year and look like a bum. And we fixed our O-line in the offseason and Tannehill look like a bum. Now you got 2 first-round picks next year. And if Tannehill look like a bum, then we got a great pick plus a 24. And if I would say next year we don't do good and we got the 5th overall pick, I wouldn't even use that 5th. Because some people would be like, I want that number 1 pick because I want that quarterback. I'll give you my 5th and my 24. No, that ain't how you get down. You keep that 24. What you do, you take that 5th and you move down again. Who up there at 25, 23? Who up there at 23 or something? Who up there? Who want this 5th pick? I take the 5. They take the 5. We got their 23. Now we got a 22 and a 24. Now you ain't committing a lot of money. And the way that the quarterback's coming out of that draft, you still gonna get a good one. We guessing on that still, but still. But now you got 3 picks. See, I think I want to make sure I explain that right to y'all. If we got a 5th pick and a 24th pick, right? You get rid of that 5th pick and you move down to 22 or something. But you got a 22 and a 24 plus a next year 20-something. We don't know how they're going to end out, but they're a competitive team. They're going to be in the playoffs. But we got 3 first-round picks now. 4, technically, 2 this year and 2 next year. Now take the 24 of this year and take the 24, the high one of next year and trade it for the number 1 pick. You'll get it. We'll give you our 2 first-round picks. We're going to get a top 3 pick. Somebody in that top 3 don't mind moving down if you're going to give them 2 first rounds for the next 2 seasons, for this year and next year. Do the same thing we did. But now we got the number 1, number 2, and number 3 pick, plus we still got another first-round pick. This year and next year. You see how you play your cards? You take your 13 this year, turn it into 2. Now you got a total of 3 over the next 2 years. You're later this year and 2 next year. And next year comes, you take your first round pick, because it's going to be lower if we don't do well. And you take that low pick and you go get 2 more picks. Now you got 2 in that current draft and 2 the year after. Now you take the later one in the current draft and the later one in the year after. Go and give me the first one for this year. 2020. Give me the first overall pick. Give me the second overall pick. One of y'all gonna bite. You're gonna take 2 first-round picks. Now we got a top 3 pick and still got another first-round pick that same year and the year after. You just upgraded massively just by being patient 1 year. And you got more answers because you got to see Tannehill behind what you focused on this draft and free agency, a good O-line. Focused on a good O-line this year and better in the defense. Don't worry about receiver, don't worry about running back, don't worry about quarterback. Tannehill even finish his guaranteed portion of his money up on his contract. Why not? We already going to take a $13.4 million cap hit if we release him. But what if we done fix the O-line and we go to a conference game? A divisional round of the playoffs. Then it's like, we got all these first round picks now, and we actually, Tannehill ain't the problem. We fixed the O-line finally, and he actually proven not to be the problem. Instead of using that, going down in the draft to the 3rd pick and using that pick instead of using that pick for a quarterback, now I can go get a legitimate position of opposite corner that's first round. Or defensive tackle, first round, high pick. And I can still get the future quarterback at the 24th pick. And he can sit behind Tannehill until Tannehill shows that, that was just a fluke year for success. And now we already got our new quarterback. Or Tannehill continues to show his good play, and we got somebody developing behind him. These are logical things. People always ignore how the Patriots trade out of their draft picks all the time. What's up, 90s Way Lover? Tell me if I'm wrong. Patriots be trading out of draft picks all the time. And they so smart, they don't just do it in the first round. They be all the way in the 3rd round. Patriots on the clock. Doom, 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 doom. Patriots have traded their 3rd round pick to this team. They receive 2 4th round picks in return. Later in the draft, doom, doom, doom. Patriots have traded away their 6th round pick. They have received a certain player that they want that ain't being utilized with their team like they scouted a few years ago. Let's go get him. We know what he can do. We just know what they ain't doing for him. And they're going to give us another 6th round back because they're trying to clear up some cash. They be trading out of picks and doubling up like it ain't nothing. They so far ahead of everybody, it's almost like they don't even be needing their picks. Yeah, let's trade down on it. Yeah, it's fine. We know we want that player, but we can get him in the 5th round. People don't know about him. So no, I'm not going to use my 3rd round pick on him just because I know I want him. And if somebody end up getting him before, and they get bit sometimes, dang, somebody got him in the late in the 4th round. I told you he was 5th round material. I mean, he's better than that, but I told you he was 5th round. They scouted him too, but they got him just in time. But then they double back 4 years later, trading a 6th round pick for that player because they didn't get the most out of him. I ain't done with this player. I know what he can do. Bring him in. They giving away all those draft picks that they flipped for the guys that they've been scouting several years ago and they weren't lucky enough to get them in the draft, and they go back and get them. They go back and get players that they missed in the draft. Evidence is all around us on what to do. And then we wonder why they not around here. Bring in Le'Veon Bell. Let me tell you something. Gordon was as far as it goes with the Patriots taking chance. Yeah, they bring in Ocho Cinco and cut him. Gordon was as far as it goes. They took a chance because they knew of his talent. They knew what they could do with it. But at the end of the day, you can't shake everything for everybody. And Brady was having his worst receiving core this year. They weren't gelling or anything, so they needed something. It was an emergency situation, they felt. But ain't it funny Gordon ain't played a playoff snap and missed some of them regular season games, but yet, look at what they doing. It's crazy to me, man. Manuel, what you talking about? Manuel said, this is why I F with TD. K-Flex losing a fan. He don't even say the live streams. I love when you get into these talks. It's just what be on my mind, man. I like K-Flex, man. He ain't got to lose a fan. You should stay subscribed to him, man. You know, it's just Dolphin content, but I'm glad you're enjoying what you're hearing over here, though, man. But it's just, these are the things I think about. Like I said, I have the time all day to think about this stuff. A lot of you guys, you know, you're working, you're doing this, you're doing that. I get it. But all I'm asking is those who challenge me every step of the way, trust me, I may be wrong on some stuff. But my wrong, if I'm wrong, is only because I don't have all the data. I don't just quantify things. I follow the eye test as well. I don't say things. Now, if I say something out of my mouth that's speculative, I tell you it's speculative. I say I could be wrong, but this is what I'm putting together. This is what my brain leads me. So I don't want you to bash me because that's where my brain takes me. And I know some of y'all, then why you bash us for where our brain takes us? Because I feel like sometimes y'all don't challenge y'all brain to get facts to back it up. That ain't fair for y'all to do that to y'all brain. Stop doing that to your brain, guessing. And trying to make it valid. Hello? Yeah, I'm almost done. All right. Love it. I'm just saying, man. And sometimes I feel like I'm going on these rants and people be like, oh, he ranting again. Bye. But the reception I get about him, I get messages. What keeps me doing this, I get messages all day. Bro, man, you talking real football. Everything you say, you making sense. Because that's what I'm trying to do, make sense of it all. Make sense of it all. I'm not in competition with K-Flex, and I'm not in competition with Dougley Do Wrong. Hell, I give shout-outs to Dolphins with Dylan. Many people act like they don't want to subscribe to him, but I still shout him out. Because he grinding, making 10 videos a day. Trying to bring Dolphin content. So I respect every YouTuber, man. I ain't in competition with none of them. But I can't help but I can't ignore the fact that this channel is growing at a fast pace. We almost at 4,000 subscribers in 5 months. And that's because of every single one of y'all that's on this stream every single day. In Phins Daily, you should be subbed to all three. Go show Dolphins with Dylan some love, man. Go show him some love, man. You can go subscribe to that man too. He be putting his content out, man. If you don't vibe with one of them, then it is what it is. I can't tell you otherwise. But I'm just telling you the people that I see doing it on the normal. Ain't no hate over here. I love them all. Love them all. But I noticed our channel is growing very fast. Very fast. Very fast. We'll be 4,000 subscribers before we know it. Before we know it. Anthony Sabatu, man, love the guy, man. Love his content, especially when he break those plays down. I've been pumping his channel on my channel too. I went to K-Flex live stream yesterday, chopped it up a little bit. It was pretty cool. Somebody emailed me, why you hopping on K-Flex channel hating? Never hated. I showed him love. I told him even in front of all the people that subscribe to him, love what you do. Love your comments. Don't ever come to this channel trying to put me up against any other YouTuber or try to compare me. You can compare. That's your place to do, not mine. Not mine. Everybody, what do you think about K-Flex? And I love him. I love him, Dougley, all of them. Ain't no competition over here. I'm doing this because I like it. I'm proud of the results that it's garnishing. Almost 4,000 subscribers in 5 months. Ain't no question it's the fastest growing. There is no question about that. No question. By far. I'll go out on a limb to say 200 times faster than any other. We're growing over here and that tells me what I'm saying. I'm bringing common sense to some things. Not saying nobody else isn't now, because I got to be careful about everything I say right now. And I appreciate everybody like Phins Daily that validated. And those who hop in, that's why I love your conversations. You talking real football. Ain't no question about it, man. This TD Phins talk, man. Got the wife mad and a lot of people mad because I got to go take care of some business. I also got to go mail out these new orders, man. I got these new shirts. Hold on, man. I mailed out some yesterday, but I forgot these two. So those who have ordered the TD Phins Talk shirts, I'm shipping off another 6 of them today, okay? I'm shipping off, this one a little wrinkle, man, because I had it over in the corner, but I'm going to press it up and put it in a package. But I'm shipping them out today. I just got them last night. Well, same thing, but got all the sizes for y'all. If you want a TD Phins Talk shirt, just email me at tdphinstalk@yahoo.com. And that's how you can support the channel too. You know? This is my best seller. That's why I'm showing this one. Actually, the one I have on, I get a few, but this is the best, the one that basically has been selling the most. Whatever. So if you want to order a TD Phins Talk shirt, man, just hit me up in email. tdphinstalk@yahoo.com. I need a couple of those shirts, TD. Hit me up, Andrew Heat. Hit me up. If you get more than one at one time, you ain't got to worry about paying multiple shippings either. And y'all go subscribe to Phins Daily, man. He right here, man. Phins Daily with Matthew. Obviously, and hey, Phins Daily, I need to make sure I go check you out. Y'all go subscribe to him. He been riding with us over here. He been commenting. He been live in the chat. Go check him out, man. Go check him out for real. Show your love. Love my shirt, TD. Thanks for quick ship. I appreciate that, RV. Oh, hey, make sure you wear it now. Make sure you rock it. Make sure you rock it, man. TD, can you read my comment, Anthony? Did I miss it? Anthony, TD, should we trade our older vets to teams who are going to be in the playoffs next year and draft younger players? That would be the smartest move. Go ahead and stockpile these picks. It'll give you a lot more leverage in the draft and free agents with expiring contracts. You'll be able to get them easier by getting them the year before their contract is over. You can send off, just like we did with Ajayi. You know, we got like a third or fourth round pick for Ajayi. Same thing with Jarvis Landry. We got a 4th and a 6th for Jarvis. Go ahead and get those assets. Start accumulating them. You can move down in some positions. Put those things together. Go get or say those picks for players that's just like in the Ajayi situation and Landry situation with teams that's unloading. Go call the Raiders. Go call the Cardinals. All those type of teams. New England Patriot fan. You are cool, TD. Appreciate you, 90s Way Lover, and you always riding out with us too. And that's the beautiful thing. That's more validation for me. We got Patriots fans that be on this channel that stuck around since we played them. We got freaking Tennessee Titan fans that stuck around on this channel just because of what we did as a community in the chat on those live streams. Bears fans, all kind of fans from teams that we played that don't even like us sticking around on the channel. Murray or Tannehill for 2019? To be honest, if I had to choose both, I'm guessing on Murray. Hell, technically we guessing on Tannehill until we get an O-line. Both. That simple, man. Y'all, I'm out of here. I'm gonna try to get these shirts shipped off today. And get them sent out to everybody who ordered them. I got 5 or 6 to send off. But I got you. And Sean, if you're on the stream, man, I'm waiting on the new package to come. But they better do something about the last one that I never got. He is our fantasy football winner for 2018. I've been getting some stuff. I wanted to do a video with all the stuff. First time they say they sent it, but I never got it. I only got 2 of the 4 items. And this time, hopefully I get the other 2. We shall see. TD, I'm going to post a video today on my channel. Y'all go check out Phins Daily with Matthew, man, for sure, man. I'm going to check you out for sure, bro. Make sure I got you. Oh, my pen way back there. I got it, though. Phins Daily with Matthew. Got it. Hey, man, this TD Phins Talk. I'm out, y'all. Love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. Peace!